Hey, welcome to the jungle, everyone. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes later than I said I would be. I had the thought I should probably eat lunch like 2 minutes before I was streaming. So I have myself some food, and I'm probably going to eat that. Not necessarily like right on camera because that's kind of gross, but that's why I'm like 5 minutes later than I said I would be. But we're here. Your Cincinnati Bengals, well, my Cincinnati Bengals, depending on who's watching, because I know a lot of y'all are fans of different teams. But my Cincinnati Bengals are 1-2 after last week, and feeling all right. The offense kind of started to get going a little bit more. Like they didn't score a whole bunch because there were still a few things that really kind of tripped them up. Like T. Higgins has got to get it together. Joe Burrow needs to be a little bit more consistent. There's some things that are kind of taking the offense from being like, where we know they can be to just a step below that, like, and it's getting in the way of a lot of points, which is the problem. But you can tell that the structure's there. You can tell that something's kind of brewing if they can just kind of like put a few things in place, get their shit together, then it's going to be fine. Now, against the Tennessee Titans, I'm not entirely sure it's going to be necessary. So my prediction here is 31-17 Bengals, because I just have this feeling the offense is going to pop off this week. Like it's finally going to kind of break that barrier this week. I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't. But I have this feeling that the offense is going to pop off this week, and I do not believe in the Titans' offense. So the fact of the matter is the Bengals' offense can struggle again this week, and we might actually we might have a decent chance of winning. And then, hey, Cardinals next week. We could realistically be 3-2 here before too long, and that's still not going to put us in like a favorable place as far as the division goes because we're already 2 games down. But luckily, there's 17 games in an NFL season to play. So, give me 1 second. You know what I need to have? I need to have like some sort of like commercial. Not a commercial, but like a break, like a video I can play during breaks. That way you just don't have to stare at my chair while I go to the bathroom, or I can turn the camera off and eat for a second. I might look into doing something like that. Hey, how about let's see. I don't know. We'll figure something else out. Hey, how about my new intro? How about you guys watch that for a second? What's been twice stabbed? You try and take my. You know what I just realized? I probably need to bring this up to the top so it covers the whole thing. Okay, now. What's been twice stabbed? You try and take my. Sorry, I did not time that correctly. But all this stuff we're figuring out. All this stuff we're figuring out. There ain't anybody in the chat anyway. I don't even know if anybody's watching yet. So, we got most of the kinks ironed out, though. You know what? You know what I need to do? I need to make sure that the feed is actually running properly on my channel, so I can make sure that it looks right.
It looks right.
Okay.
Looks right.
Yep.
Okay.
So the microphone seems to be working. My video seems to be working. I am streaming. I don't know what else could possibly be a thing. And I'm talking over myself on the thing. Okay. One thing we're going to do is we're going to put that on Do Not Disturb. But yeah, we I think we finally got this streaming thing figured out with OBS. I think we finally got it figured out. I'm not a billion% sure we got it figured out just yet. I think I figured it out on the Battle of Ohio podcast. I finally figured out how to get it so that I don't echo, and I can bring Thomas on at the same time. And the last frontier is I got to figure out how to stream to multiple channels, because right now the Battle of Ohio podcast is only on my channel, which it is supposed to have its own channel, and I kind of simulcast from both. But unfortunately, I just don't know how to do it from two multiple sources. But I think it's the last thing I need to figure out. Once I get that figured out, then we should be in business as far as all this is concerned. And, it was a little annoying that I couldn't get it figured out right away, but it is what it is. All right. We are very close to game time, y'all. Got 3 minutes left until the official kickoff time, although it'll probably take a few minutes after that. Bengals, Titans, inactives. I'm going to see who's not playing today. I'm only seeing one or the other. Okay. Okay, so for the Bengals, getting there eventually. Okay, so we got DJ Ivey. We got Devin Harper. The linebacker the Bengals just signed, so I guess no surprise that he's not active today. He's not supposed to be like, a starter or anything like that, so they're probably just getting him, like easing him in, working him into the system and everything like that. You got Akeem Davis-Gaither, who's not active today, so that's not ideal. I like Akeem Davis-Gaither. Trey Hill, Jackson Carman, Irv Smith, again. So that's annoying that our, the guy we brought in to replace Hayden Hurst hasn't been active for the last 2 games. Although we won last week without him, so I don't know. Not like we spent big money on Irv Smith, so like if he ends up not being any good, then it's not the end of the world. But it'd be really nice if he would just, contribute. But it is what it is. All right, so for the Titans, God, no wonder they're not good. They got so just for this week alone, they got their top 2 draft picks both inactive today. So you got Peter Skoronski and Will Levis, both not active. Now I'm under the impression that Will Levis is not starting, so I guess that's not terribly surprising. But he probably needs to at least be active on game day if you want him to develop. Man, I don't know. Treylon Burks is not playing, so that's worth noting. He I think we beat the Titans last year, but Treylon Burks had a good game against us, so I won't be too sad to see him not playing. Then you got Jalen Duncan, Elijah Molden, and Luke Gifford, none of which I think are overly critical. But I think the most important one that the Bengals won't have to deal with today is Treylon Burks. And then I guess Peter Skoronski. I don't know if he's actually any good. I just know I thought he might be good in the draft. That's pretty much it for as far as that goes. But yeah, looks like generally 2 pretty healthy teams. Joe Burrow is playing, which I don't think there was much doubt, especially after he played last week, and it didn't seem to re-aggravate anything. But you never know. Things come out all the time, kind of out of nowhere. All right. You know what? How about this? How about we do this? So I am going to play one of my most recent episodes. Add files. Here we go. I think I figured it out. All right. So what do y'all want to see? What do y'all want to see? Just for a few minutes. It probably won't even be the whole thing. How about we do the most recent episode of the podcast? How about that? We'll play that for a few seconds so that I can do my thing. No, that's not it. Boy. If you go in here, let me know what you guys want to see in the chat. By the way, if you want something like that, just let me know what you want in the chat. There we go. Got the OBS recording. And it looks like we're live. All right. It's a little more difficult to figure out when we go live with this new system, but I think we got the audio fixed. I think we got everything else fixed. Well, I do like that it's against the Steelers, so I'll give it a pass, Thomas. All right, but anyway, this is episode 137 of the Battle of Ohio podcast. The Bengals and Browns both won this week. And it was such a relief for me. I imagine it was for you too, Thomas, because of the whole Nick Chubb thing last week. For different reasons, of course, it was relieving to win. Because it always feels good to win, right? Unless people win in Pittsburgh, because why, Thomas?
Because Pittsburgh, tiny baby hands ass Kenny Pickett, AB out here catching out a case. Oh, they all suck. You suck, Pittsburgh.
Damn right.
Yeah, fuck it.
Welcome to the Battle of Ohio podcast, where we follow the revival of the historic rivalry between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns.
I hope we're not all microphone. I think that's enough of that. All right. So we are here. Game's about to start. Let's go. See if these Bengals can continue dominating these Titans. Man, I'll tell you what. One of the first teams that the Bengals beat back in the day, like a couple of years ago, that made me really realize as the kick is away and it's going to go for a touchback. Well, one of the first teams that the Bengals beat when Joe Burrow first came in, it was 2020. The Bengals weren't good in 2020, but they beat the Titans in 2020, and at the time, the Titans were a really good football team. So that was the first thing that I saw that made me think, hey, this is going to be different. And so, where we're at today, I know the Bengals are 1-2, but still the expectations are sky high. And that's a fairly recent phenomenon. So, all right, you got 3 wide out. Joe Burrow in the pistol formation. He's going to fake the handoff to Joe Mixon. Throw the ball to Jamar Chase on a screen, who spins out of a couple tackles. Nice. Gets about 9 yards. Good footwork there by Jamar Chase to keep people from bringing him down. That was a really good play by Jamar Chase. That might have been the best 9-yard play I've ever seen from Jamar Chase. Obviously, there's other plays that were more effective than that, but for a 9-yard play, that was a damn good 9-yard play. All right, Joe Burrow, shotgun formation. Got Joe Mixon in the backfield, and he's going to fake the handoff again, and he's just going to bail out of the pocket, and he's going to pick up about a yard. He had pressure pretty much immediately on him. That didn't work out at all. Wait a minute. Oh, I see. He picks up a yard, picks up the first down. I'm sorry. I'm completely. I was like, oh, it's first down now? That was only a 1-yard run. But yeah, no, Jamar Chase did not get a first down. So that is a first down. Good play by Joe Burrow. So it's from the 35-yard line. Joe Burrow, shotgun snap, does hand the ball to Joe Mixon this time. And that's a really nice run for about 8 yards. Good hole in the middle, and the run blocking is really good. Give credit to Joe Mixon for his vision and, shiftiness, ability to kind of pick things up. But at the same time, that was partially because the offensive line was really good at run blocking. And I think that's part of what's helped Joe Mixon kind of return to being one of these better running backs in the NFL this year, is the fact that the offensive line this year is... The offensive line is different this year. This is not your same old offensive line that we've been complaining about. This is a new unit. Joe Burrow's going to hand the ball off to Joe Mixon again, and he's got a hold to the left. Nice. Gets down to about the 45, maybe 46-yard line before he gets taken down, and this Bengals offense is driving. What did I tell you guys? Now they still need to capitalize, so let's hold on a minute. But I told you guys I had a feeling that the Bengals offense was going to do something special this week. So this is where they start heating up, man. This is really where I think they're going to start heating up. The Titans' offense just cannot stop Joe Mixon right now. I hope that continues. Shotgun formation, Joe Burrow is going to call for the snap. Going to throw to T. Higgins, got him in the middle of the field, and that's a good play right there, about 9-yard pickup, and T. Higgins, hopefully they can get him going, like I said, and that's a good way to start. Nice 9-yard pickup for T. Higgins, and they got Jamar Chase, his 9-yard pickup to start the game, and I think Joe Mixon got a 9-yard pickup on his first run. Like, it's just 9 yards, man. But that's fine. That's fine, because 2nd and 1 is, as we saw from Joe Burrow a few minutes ago, 2nd and 1 gives you all sorts of options to figure out how to pick it up. All right. I see you, Jim. I'll respond to you in a second. But it's from the 38-yard line. 37-yard line. Joe Burrow shotgun formation. Throws. Caught by Jamar Chase. And he has a nice seam on the middle. Gets down to the 20-yard line before he gets taken down. I thought he was about to break it. But that was a nice play. Jim. My boy Jim. They only got 3 points in week 1. No way the Bengals can score over 30, 23 at the most. Well, you know what? That I said when I started this when I started the stream that 23, that'd probably be enough because I don't foresee the Titans offense doing a whole lot. But I just got this feeling the Bengals offense is about to pop off today, and we are seeing something like that right now on this first drive. This first drive is spectacular so far. All right, so from the 20-and-a-half-yard line, Joe Burrow takes a shotgun snap, rolls back, throws, caught Jamar Chase. T. Higgins, and I believe he picks up the first down. I didn't quite see where he went out, but I think they're giving it to him. Let's go. All right, it's another first down, Bengals. T. Higgins needs to go back to the 85, man. Kind of hard to distinguish between him and Jamar Chase when they're both wearing, very straight single numbers. Or at least be, number 3 or something like that, Make it easy to distinguish with that. I mean, I know a 1 and a 5 don't look the same, but, when you've got, the, speed of the NFL game going, it's sometimes a little hard to tell. All right, shotgun formation. Joe Burrow hands the ball off to Joe Mixon, who picks up about 5 yards. Head full of steam, maybe 4.5, but still, that's a good run. It's a good run. If you get 4 yards on every single play, then you'll get first downs and you'll eventually get in the end zone. 3 yards isn't quite enough because then it'll be 4th and 1. But if you get 4 yards on every play, you're golden. All right, man, they're at the 6-yard line already, folks. I'm telling you, this Bengals offense, I smelled something different about them today. Joe Burrow's in the empty formation right now. Takes the snap. Rolls back, throws, and ooh, that was dangerous. Almost intercepted. But it wasn't. I thought that was a dangerous throw by Joe Burrow. I'm not entirely sure why he threw that ball. I don't know if he predetermined where he was going, but he was going to T. Higgins there, and he must have just not seen the safety. No, it's not Kevin Byard. Who is that? Who are you, sir? Number 37 of the Titans. That's Amani Hooker. Oh, okay. All right. Well, so yeah, Amani Hooker on the pass coverage there, and like I said, I think Joe Burrow just didn't see him. Bengals taking a timeout. That's annoying. Your prediction is 23-14. I mean, here's the thing, Jim. If I'm wrong and the offense doesn't pop off today, like I said, 23 I think is enough. 21 I think is enough. I don't see the Titans scoring more than 20 today. TD Bills up 7-0. Actually, let's see what's going on with the rest of the game. Or rest of the games, plural. If it would load. Bills host Dolphins. All right. Well, I don't see the Dolphins putting up 70 points again, for what it's worth. I think that game was just a perfect storm, honestly, that Broncos game. All right, 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. And Joe Burrow is trying to change things up. So the Rams are up on the Colts 7-0 for what it's worth, so that game also has a score. All right, shotgun formation. Just barely gets the play off. Joe Mixon takes the handoff, and he is short of the end zone. Gets it down to about the 2-yard line, but that's going to be 4th and goal, and I think Money Mac's going to come out here. Unless Zach Taylor has got balls of steel, which I don't know why you would right now, because, like, yeah, Ed McPherson's coming out. That would be a really weird decision for me, I think, to go for it here, just because, like, you know, the offense stalled out a little bit. And yeah, you want to take advantage of the momentum, but like, if they're stalling, accept the stall. Take the 3. You know, it's the Titans, so I don't think we're going to have to worry too much about them outscoring us. All right, Money Mac, kick is up, and that was a really, man, that was a rough-looking kick, man, but he got it in. That was just a straight to right field kind of thing, but it went through the uprights, so I guess you can't complain too much. What are the most fun games? Oh, also the Panthers are up on the Vikings? Good God, Vikings. Vikings are trash. All right, well, and the Texans up on the Steelers. Let's go. Let's go, Texans. Got a big rushing touchdown from C.J. Stroud. Oh, okay, it was a 5-yard rush, and there must have, you know, they just had a really long drive. Okay. But C.J. Stroud gets in on the ground for a touchdown. Let's go, Texans. Other than that, you got Commanders, Eagles, you got Buccaneers, Saints. Saints are up 3-0. You got Ravens, Browns. I hope they both lose, frankly. Like both of those teams, I hope they lose. Out of the two, I mean, I don't know. Who would you want? Like, who do you want to win that game? Because it's kind of like, damned if, you know, that's not the right phrase, but like, you know, whoever wins is not good for the Bengals. Like, but whoever loses is good for the Bengals, right? So, I mean, I think the Browns will probably be better long term than the Ravens will be this year. So maybe I want the Ravens to win this game because I feel like the Ravens are probably going to collapse, and the Browns, I think, have enough talent this year to actually, like, make a difference. So maybe I want the Ravens to win this game. I don't know. It's like, you just be happy whoever loses, honestly, and try to focus on that part. Jaguars kicked the Falcons' ass in London, 23-7. All right. So that's the other games going on right now. Cousins throws an interception for a touchdown, 7-0 Panthers. Well, that explains why the Panthers are up on the Vikings. I can't see the Panthers doing a whole lot offensively, but yeah, defensive touchdown. That kind of makes sense. That kind of makes sense. All right. Oh, Bengals got... Oh, shit. I better change the score. Bengals got 3. Titans got 0. Good way to start the game. Would have liked to get a touchdown, but, like, honestly, the fact that the offense moved the ball and got points on the first drive, that's something that we haven't really seen much this year, or I think at all. I think that's the first opening drive score of the season. Could be wrong about that, but point is, it's been bad. So it's just nice to see that the offense has something in the tank, you know. Nice to see, and you know, hopefully they can build on that momentum too. Evan McPherson's going to kick the ball away, and that's going to go in the end zone for a touchback. As most do. It looked like a little bit of a low kick to me. I don't know what's up with Money, but he's been a bit questionable this year. I don't know if, like, did he pick up some sort of, like, injury over the offseason or something, because he looks like he's struggling a little bit. Like, I mean, like I said, he made that field goal, but it wasn't like a sure thing. It looked like he shanked it, and then it went in. Like, but whatever. All right, Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill in the backfield for the Tennessee Titans. Bengals pull down Derrick Henry after about a 3-yard pickup. Looked like they were going to give up a little bit more, but they managed to get him down. So good tackling there, and that's big when it comes to Derrick Henry. You know, like it's not so much that he's going to like jump and shift, and he's going to do that stuff too. But like, what's scary about Derrick Henry isn't his agility so much as it is just his inability to be brought down. So if you're bringing him down, you'll take that. All right, Derrick Henry's motioning out of the backfield, and Ryan Tannehill's going to fake a screen to him. And it's going to be thrown and caught for about a 6-ish yard pickup. So that definitely fooled the Bengals defense, but they did manage to get him before he picks up a first down. And that was Tyjae Spears. New rookie running back, I believe. Tyjae Spears, yep, out of Tulane. He was a guy I was thinking might be interesting to see if the Bengals could pick up. We ended up getting Chase Brown, but... All right, it's going to be a pitch to Derrick Henry, and not much on that play, but it is enough for the first down because it was only 3rd and 1, so... Annoying. Defense looks pretty all right so far, but, they look a little sloppy. I mean, I'm not going to, I keep criticizing the defense, and then I keep looking up the stats after the game, and they actually did pretty damn good. Like, what? But, I don't know. Sloppy couple of first plays. That's all I'll say about that. Trey Hendrickson about to blow off the edge here. Let's go. Nope. No, he didn't. Derrick Henry picks up the first down. And I think that one might have been Trey Hendrickson's responsibility there, but he got blocked into oblivion on that play. Yeah, great blocking there by the Titans, honestly, and nice job by Dax Hill to clean up that play. But they let him get the first down, which is not what you want to see, obviously. All right, Ryan Tannehill, shotgun formation. Got a man to his right. I believe that's Tyjae Spears, who gets the handoff, and Bengals just can't do anything with him in the backfield. He picks up 9 yards. Cheeto Awuzie brings him down. If that tells you anything about how, what was, I think it might have been Sam Hubbard. I don't know, but somebody just completely whiffed. They tried to tackle him, and they didn't even get a hand on him in the backfield. That's not good. I know Titans are knocking on the door now, at least as far as field goal range is concerned. They're at the 45 now. The Bengals got a little bit of room, but, come on. Ryan Tannehill's going to pitch it out to Derrick Henry, who's going to toss it back for a flea flicker. Tannehill's going to throw deep, and it's too far for DeAndre Hopkins. That's funny. Terrible throw. If that had been on target, that might have been a touchdown, but it was way too far. Ryan Tannehill, I'm sorry, buddy, but I think you might have lost your touch a little bit there. They definitely had the Bengals fooled, though. Yeah, Nick Scott was getting destroyed by DeAndre Hopkins there, but had that pass been on target, it would have been a touchdown, but luckily it falls harmlessly. All right, 3rd and 2. Come on, let's stop him here. Jermaine Pratt gets caught in the hard count, but he gets back before he gets called on it. Decent pressure, and nice. Decent pressure forces a bad pass by Ryan Tannehill, and the Titans are going to be forced to a 4th and 2. And I believe this is not close enough for a field goal, especially if Randy fucking Bullock is your kicker. So this will probably be a punt. And it will set the Bengals offense up in bad field position, but defense does a good job of, again, sloppy play, but they get the job done. All right. And, the Titans are going for it. All right. Well, I mean, I guess it kind of is no man's land here. All right, Ryan Tannehill is in empty formation. Come on, Bengals. Let's get some momentum here. Takes the snap, rolls back, looking around. Good pressure. Throws, caught. First down, Tyjae Spears. Bengals got good pressure but couldn't get down to him enough, and Tyjae Spears just gets open in the middle and gets the first down. All right, well, that's annoying. That's a momentum killer. Had the opportunity for a lot of momentum there, and Looks like Jermaine Pratt just kind of lost track of Tyjae Spears in coverage there. Annoying. Washington leads the Eagles 7-0, and the Dolphins game is tied 7-7. Well, that's gonna be a good game. It really is. Ryan Tannehill shotgun snap, and he's going to gets out of a sack. Well, not a sack. He actually he moves forward to try to scramble, and that I don't think that was ever intended to be a pass. I think DJ Reader got a hand on his foot and just completely was not able to bring him down. Jermaine Pratt eventually cleans it up, but only after about a 5-yard pickup. So, not great. Oh, about a 7-yard pickup. Jeez. Not great defense right now, man. Not fantastic defense. All right, and they are basically 1 yard away from field goal range. Ryan Tannehill is going to move it out to Derrick Henry, who avoids one tackle, stiff arms Logan Wilson. Logan Wilson brings him down, but it takes him about 4 yards to do that, and it was 2nd and 3, so that's probably going to be a first down. Annoying. Very, very annoying. Titans run blocking is good. They did not give him the first down. However, the Titans run it on 3rd and 1, and they do pick up the first down on that one. And Trey Hendrickson's over here like, it's 4th down. It's not 4th down, Trey. Come on. It's not 4th down. He got like 3 yards there. Maybe 2, but still. Come on, Trey. Come on, Trey. I appreciate the hustle, but no. No, that's not a 4th down. All right, 1st and 10. Bengals are slowing down the Titans' offense, but they're not stopping them, which is kind of important. All right, Trey Hendrickson comes screaming through the middle of the field and blows up that run. Nice job. Who was that on the carry? I did not see. I think it was Derrick Henry. Yeah, it's Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry on the carry, and Trey Hendrickson blows that play up before it even has a chance. And I think he might have made him lose a yard. Maybe. Had a little bit of trouble bringing him down, and Sam Hubbard eventually cleans it up. But they're actually saying he gained a yard. Okay, well, fair enough. It was really kind of like... It's hard to tell with small margins like that, Whoop. Ryan Tannehill got the Bengals to jump, but I'm not seeing a flag called, so I guess that works out. And it's going to be about a 5-yard pickup on the pass. So it's going to be 3rd down and probably about 4 yards to go. Yeah, Cam Sample jumped on that snap, but I guess he didn't come forward enough for them to call a neutral zone infraction on that. So, I guess that works out. It's going to be 3rd and 3. So, as always, I am too optimistic about where the refs are going to put the ball. Tannehill in shotgun formation. Empty backfield, takes the snap, rolls back, and pressure immediately. Let's go! They bring him down with a sack. Trey Hendrickson and B.J. Hill swallow him up, and they think that might have knocked him out of field goal range. They didn't knock him out of, field goal attempt range. Randy Bullock will come out here and try it, but I don't trust Randy Bullock to make this field goal, do you? I saw him miss too many in the past. Yeah, B.J. Hill destroys him. Trey Hendrickson helps out at the end, but this pass rush has just been something else. All right. Oh, that's Nick Folk. I thought Randy Bullock was their kicker. All right, well, yeah, if I had known I was Nick Folk, then I would have, I guess they must have finally got rid of old Randy Bullock. Probably a good thing, right? Nick Folk is a much better kicker. I definitely trust Nick Folk to make a 53-yard field goal. Randy Bullock, not so much, but, luckily for them, that's not their kicker anymore. All right, so it is 3-3, y'all. Bengals and Titans are tied 3-3. Hopefully the offense can capitalize on their momentum from the previous drive and really kind of get something going, but we will see. All right, so what's going on? As Jim said, Bills and Dolphins are tied 7-7. The Broncos are up 7-0 on the Bears. That's got to be a horrendous game to watch. Russell Wilson's doing okay, though. That's the thing. Russell Wilson, like, has been not Seattle Russell Wilson as far as just being, like, you know, an elite quarterback. But Russell Wilson, I think, has proven this year that it's not necessarily his fault that the Broncos are bad. Like Russell Wilson is actually doing pretty well. And the Broncos would probably be best suited to try to fix the team around Russell Wilson right now, rather than, like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, Russell Wilson, what a terrible trade that was, we better get rid of him. But, like, I don't think getting rid of Russell Wilson's the answer. I think building a team around Russell Wilson's the answer right now. I guess the question is, do you believe that you have the resources to build a team around Russell Wilson when it's as much of a disaster as it is right now? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know. I can tell you Russell Wilson probably doesn't have a whole lot of trade value because he's getting a little older, and while I think he's a good quarterback, he's definitely not like a top 5 quarterback right now. So I don't know if you could really trade him and get a whole lot of resources out of that. The main issue is his contract, right? But, like, I mean, I think you just, like, let Russell Wilson do his thing at this point. Like, you know, he's clearly fine. Russell Wilson's fine. Like, he struggled to adjust last year, but even then, I don't think he was as bad as everybody says he was last year. But he was definitely the problem last year. This year, he's not the problem. I think you just let Russell Wilson do his thing right now. Ravens up 7-0 on the Browns, so like I said, I'm not sure who I want to win that game. I want them both to lose. Tie. That's what I'm rooting for. Rams are up 14-0 on the Colts. Good God. Maybe I feel pretty good about beating the Rams now. All right, kick is away. And that's once again through the end zone. I feel like a broken record talking about kickoffs. Saints are still up 3-0. Commanders, Eagles tied 7-7, as Jim said. Panthers are up 7-0 still on the Vikings. Steelers are still trailing the Texans 7-0. Let's fucking go. Kenny Pickett just recently had a sack for 8 yards. That's funny. All right. Go team that's not the Steelers. That's my perspective. Go Bengals and go whoever the Steelers are playing. That is my perspective. All right. Joe Burrow, shotgun formation, as my screen goes totally fuzzy, but I can still technically see what's going on. All right, so shotgun formation for Joe Burrow. He's got a man in the backfield with him. Hands the ball off, and that's a nice little run there by Joe Mixon for about 8-yard pickup. Keeps his legs moving after about 4 yards after contact there. Not bad at all. You can keep that running game going, man. You're going to really open up a lot of the rest of this offense. I know that's an old school mentality, like, you know, like use the run to open up the pass. That's kind of like a 90s type of 80s 90s type of mentality. But for the Bengals in particular, I think it actually makes a lot of sense. Just because there's so much attention on their passing game because Joe Burrow has the reputation he does. All right. Shotgun snap, throw to Jamar Chase, but it's terrible throw by Joe Burrow there. Luckily, Jamar Chase is the only one in the area, but hey, Jeffrey Weaver, let's go Bengals, hooday. I don't believe I've seen you in the chat before, Jeffrey, so if you're new, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I do these streams every week, and trying to put out some more shorts and stuff like that, and you know, we're putting out some fun content, but you know, I'm small enough right now that if you put comments up, you don't have to send me super chats. I don't even think you can send me super chats right now, so just send me a comment. I'll put you up on the screen. We'll have a good time. Jamar Chase is going to motion out of the backfield, and Joe Burrow is going to look around, throws, and just pressure on him immediately. Ooh, there's a fight. Alex Kappa's getting into it with somebody. There's a flag on the play. Did not see what happened. I just saw Joe Burrow got wrapped up. I mean, he's fine, but all right, let's see what happened. Danico Autry tried to choke Alex Kappa, bro. You can't do that. Yeah, so that's going to be a personal foul on the Titans. And the Titans had held the Bengals to 4th and 3, but yeah, you can't go for the throat like that. I'm actually kind of confused as to what's going on. So, like, the graphic for the flag has gone off on the screen. Oh, they also might call a holding on the Titans on Tyler Boyd. Oh, well, whatever. The Bengals got a first down. Whatever happened, I think they may not have called a foul on Nico Autry, but I think the Bengals did get a holding call. So it's going to be 1st and 10. That works, you know. It looks like we didn't get a whole lot of yards out of it. We're at the 33-yard line, but we got a 1st and 10, so that's a chance to do things right this time. Joe Burrow's got time to throw. He does throw, and it's caught, I believe. I don't see a ref. I think it's caught. Yeah, it looks like they're saying it's caught. I think? I don't know. Let's see. I didn't really get a good angle on this one. T. Higgins catches it. Looks like he's got it in bounds. That might be pass interference, honestly, but T. Higgins does a great job of holding on to that ball. Or not, I guess. I guess they said that was not a catch. I have no idea. Because the refs took forever to do anything, and the camera operators didn't have the camera on the refs, so I guess I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Joe Burrow shotgun snap. Protection's kind of lax right now, but Jamar Chase picks up the first down on this one. Same play, but this time to Jamar Chase, and Jamar Chase does come down with it. I guess what happened is I think what happened with T. Higgins is he kind of bobbled the ball, and he did get control of the ball. He did catch it, but I don't think he completed the process of a catch until he was out of bounds. I think that's probably why they waved that play off. Although I'm kind of confused why there were no penalties on the Titans, because Danico Autry literally did this to Alex Kappa, and then Tyler Boyd was being held on the play. So, on the previous play, by the way. I don't know where there are no penalties there, but whatever. From the 45-yard line, Joe Burrow hands it off to Joe Mixon. There's a flag on the play after about a 2-yard pickup, so let's see what the flag is. I have no idea what the flag is. Ref's talking about it. I'm talking for a while about it. Can we just have some, like, idea? Where are you going? He's just walking around like, just call a fucking... Is there no flag? I'm so confused. So, it says... Oh. Okay, so neutral zone infraction on the Titans. Okay. All right. Let's go. Offsides. I'm sorry. Offsides on the Titans. Let's go. All right. Whoever is the camera operator, doing a terrible, terrible job. Not just the camera operator. The camera operator is doing a fine job. Whoever's in charge of the broadcast, the cuts, like which camera is showing what, and like who's putting the graphics on screen, like whoever's doing that. I guess that'd be the producer, right? So the producer right now is doing a very bad job because I can't see what's going on at all. Now, to be fair, television is a primarily visual medium, but it also has like, you know, they're expecting that you got the sound going on and stuff like that. So I don't have the whole experience. I just have what's going on the screen because like I don't know any way to like listen to this game without it accidentally interfering with my stream, which could be a copyright problem. So I don't know exactly what to do about that, but yeah. So all right, well, that's the end of the first quarter, so let me go ahead and update that. And look at me, I'm mostly on top of things today. Let's see if that continues. I don't know if it will, but, you know, wishful thinking. Field goal tied 3-3 now. Yeah, you're not I get paranoid you say stuff like that. I think you're talking about my game. Unless you are, because the only game that's tied 3-3 right now is the Bengals game. So, I mean, I updated it. Unless you're just literally saying it like 15 minutes later. Whatever. Thanks. Yep. I just now saw your thing come up, Jeffrey, so that's why I'm only now putting you up. But let's go. Nay C, new football fan, throw me a sub. Let's go Bengals. Let's go Nay C. All right. I just so you all know, I am in general my channel. I'm really mainly focusing on live streams right now. I got a podcast and I got this. I do put out videos, and I have plenty of videos that might be interesting if you want to check out my channel. I'm not producing a lot of videos right now, though, because I'm in school, and I have to work full-time, and I have kids and all this shit, so I literally don't have any time to really produce, like, full-on content right now. But stuff will come back, so just bear with me, and we'll have a good time. But for now, sub, and we'll have some fun. Okay, there's another flag. The quarter hasn't even started yet. They're pointing toward the Titans. I have no idea. So it's going to be 1st and 5, I guess. I don't even know. They did this. So whatever this is, I'm not a ref signal expert. So whatever this is, that happened. If you were Zach Taylor, that first drive close to the end zone, would you've gone for it? I was talking about that, Jay, and I'm a little surprised Zach Taylor didn't go for it. I could go either one. I don't think I would have made the decision to go for it, though, because the offense was stalling, and I think you had a better chance of not getting it than getting it because of the momentum the offense had. From the 50-yard line, Joe Burrow's going to fake the handoff to Joe Mixon. Got plenty of time, but he throws it up in the air. He does get hit. It's thrown up in the air. There's a flag on the play. They're acting like it's a fumble, but it's not a fumble because it went forward. They're saying the Titans recovered, but again, it was a forward pass, so I don't think this is going to stand. Steelers throw interception, Texans ball leading 7-0. Let's go. Might have to listen on separate devices with headphones or something. Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, I might, but it's so hard for me to actually get this. Oh, that's a face mask! That's a face mask on Joe Burrow. So regardless of what happens here, that's a face mask. Or on whoever was hitting Joe Burrow. So, but yeah, I might do the headphones thing. The only problem is, like, it's hard for me to talk and listen to people talking at the same time. So I don't know. We'll figure something out. All right. So they're giving the fumble to the Titans. They're reviewing it. I'm so confused. I thought there was a face mask on Joe Burrow. Are we just ignoring that? Kids is why I like this. They aren't quite into football yet. Who's not into football yet? I'm confused. Who's not into football yet? Like, I mean, kids aren't. You know, my son's not quite into football. But yeah. All right. Let's see. So, Bengals tied 3-3 with the Titans. They're saying it's Titans ball, but I don't know if that's accurate. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But, like, I mean, there was definitely a face mask on Joe Burrow, and the play was a forward pass anyway, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. All right. Bills up on Dolphins 14-7. Broncos tied with Bears 7-7. Ravens up on Browns 7-3. Rams up on Colts 14-0. Saints up on Buccaneers 3-0. Commanders and Eagles tied 7-7. Panthers are killing the Vikings, man. They're up 10-0 now. And the Texans are up 10-0 on the Steelers. Let's go. Now, I don't really care that much about that if the Bengals don't win, but if the Bengals do win, let's go. Let's go. And the Steelers would still be ahead of the Bengals in the division because they have a division win on their record. The Bengals are 0-2 in the division, so Steelers would still be ahead of the Bengals as far as the standings go. But anytime an AFC North team loses is a really good thing, especially right now while the Bengals are trying to, like, come back from their horrendous start. So, you know, it could be, it is a good chance that at the end of the day that there are 3 teams in the AFC North that are 2-2, and then there will be one that's 3-1. But, you know, obviously that may not happen. We'll see. We will see. Oh, your kids don't like it on the TV. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't like the TV announcers. That's actually part of why I do these play-by-play reactions things. Part of it is just for the fun of watching the game. So the pass is going forward. That's my thing. His arm is going forward. Pass is going forward. So yeah, there we go. Bengals got the ball back. It's 2nd and 5. I didn't think that was. I'm still a little surprised they didn't call any penalties, but that was a forward pass. Come on. All right, Joe Burrow's in the shotgun formation. He's got 2 men in the backfield with him until Jamar Chase motions out to the right. It's going to be a handoff to Joe Mixon. He just gets destroyed in the backfield there, so it's going to be a loss of 1. Yikes. Yikes, man. But anyway, Nacy, yeah, I don't really like the TV announcers myself. What I have always enjoyed doing is, for Bengals games, I like to mute the TV and then, get a DVR and then sync up the TV broadcast with Dave Lapham and Dan Horde on the radio, and they're way better announcers. So essentially what I'm trying to do is maybe more like a kind of more of a new school style. I can't show the game, but I can definitely commentate on the game. And so that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. Also, there's the community aspect, so that's really kind of what we're aiming for here. Joe Burrow shotgun formations got terrible. Gets sacked. He had good protection, but it just broke down and got sacked. And so it's going to be 4th down, and now they're going to have to punt. Oh, man. I was talking up about how good this offensive line was doing, man. But let's see. Looks like Ted Karras just drops the ball on that one. Ted Karras is the one who gets bowled through. Joe Burrow, though, I don't know, man. I feel like you can try to escape the pocket a little bit there. I'm not saying that's Joe Burrow's fault, but I am saying he could have done a little bit more on that to avoid the sack. All right, punt is away, and it's going to be caught from the 10-yard line and down to the 20, to the 25, 30 before he gets taken down. That's a decent little return there. And he's really jacked up about that return, but there is a flag on the play, so usually the flag is on the receiving team, so I'm imagining this will probably be like a hold or something, knock the Titans back a little bit farther. But we'll see. Field goal, 10-0, Texans lead Steelers. Let's go, Jim. Let's go. F the Steelers. Always. And honestly, if the Bengals lose, I'll still be happy to see the Steelers lose. But I'm not going to lie, it's not going to mean as much if the Bengals don't win. All right, so what's the flag? Oh, it's on the Bengals. Oh, wow, that sucks. Illegal block by Tyson Anderson. How is there no legal block when you're not even the blocking team? Your whole job is to go get the guy, not make a block. Well, Bengals just continue shooting themselves in the foot in just really stupid ways. Hopefully the defense can come through because the Titans are going to have the ball at the 40-yard line now, something like that. It was a pretty nice punt there by Brad Robbins. Got it down to the 10-yard line, but just because of bad coverage and because of bad coverage and because of just a dumb, brainless play, quite frankly, by Tyson Anderson, they're going to have the ball at the 40-yard line or something like that. 41-yard line. Man. Jesus, Rams, they're up 17-0 now. Colts are just getting ripped a new one right now. Oh, boy. Bengals really, really, really got to get their crap together today, man. And here's the thing. The offense is doing okay. The pass protection isn't spectacular. The run blocking is pretty good. The pass protection has been up and down. And it's mainly been from the usual suspects. So, not that Ted Karras is one of the usual suspects, but, he's definitely probably out of the guys who you would expect to be really good, which is, Alex Kappa, Ted Karras, Orlando Brown, and maybe Jonah Williams, just because he's got the talent to be really good, even though we all, I think, understand that he's not actually really good. But out of all those guys, Ted Karras might be Definitely out of the three. Out of Alex Kappa, Ted Karras, and Orlando Brown, Ted Karras is probably the one who's, like, you know, the least good at blocking. But still, like, you expect better than that out of him. Bears up 14-7. I literally don't know if anybody cares about the Bears game. Not that there's anything wrong with updating us about the score, Jim. You keep doing your thing. I appreciate you. But as far as this is more of a shot at the Bears and Broncos. I don't think anybody cares at all about the Bears and Broncos. Oh, what horrendous football franchises at the moment. See which one of them is going to be more in line to go get, what would it be, Caleb Williams? Although, again, like I said, if the Broncos get the number one pick, I don't think they should get a quarterback. Because like Brandon Perna keeps saying, like, no quarterback's going to help them right now. And Russell Wilson's actually doing not too bad. So, I don't know. Unless you think that Caleb Williams is just generational, you're never going to find another guy like him. Nice play by the defense to swallow up Derrick Henry at the line. They might have given him a yard. Maybe. Might have given him about a yard. Looks like the Browns did really well against Derrick Henry last week, too. Yeah, I don't know, man. Derrick Henry's a really good running back, but I gotta say, the Bengals have never really had, at least not in recent years. I think early on they struggled with Derrick Henry, but in recent years they haven't had too much issue with Derrick Henry. So I don't know if he's just like falling off or something like that. And it's a false start by the Titans. Nice job by Mike Hilton, by the way. He got up on the line and acted like he was going to go, and I think he caused one of the Titans linemen to flinch. I think it might have actually been Derrick Henry who flinched. Interesting. That was definitely caused by Mike Hilton, though. Nice job there by Mike Hilton to get a guy to false start a little bit there. So that backs him up to the 36.5-yard line, roughly. It's going to be 2nd and 14. Ryan Tannehill shotgun formation, takes a snap, rolls back, he throws it short, and just completely off target. And that was like literally from like let me bring up my screen real quick. So you see this water bottle. You see my door, right? You can kind of see my door. It's kind of in the frame. Or like Kenny, my like the you know, behind all the shit, there's a Kenny like from South Park with a Bengals hat on. And so like that would be like if I tried to throw a football to Kenny from like right here and I missed. Jesus, Ryan Tannehill. Oh boy. That was terrible. Absolutely horrendous. All right, shotgun snap. He's going to roll back. Throws, caught. And wow. So Cam Taylor-Britt gets hurdled, and he gets successfully hurdled, but at the very end, he brings him down by the feet. And that's going to bring up 4th down and probably about 10 or 9. So Bengals defense does a really good job on that drive. Helped out by the false start, but in general, really good drive by the Bengals defense there. So that's what you want to see, especially with the offense struggling on the last drive. All right, and who even was that? I mean, it might have been Tyjae Spears. I thought it was like somebody else, but I don't know. It might have been him. All right, and the punt is away. It is going to be returned around the 10-yard line. It's going to be fair caught there by Trent Irwin, which is annoying, but you know, just a really good punt and really good coverage. So he had to fair catch it. All right, come on, offense. Offense got to get something going together now. If they don't, then, you know, I might have been a little too quick to jump the gun about this 30-point prediction. But, you know, I mean, it's still the second quarter. So, you never know what could happen. Never know. Ever. Nothing ever is known in the history of ever about anything. We don't know anything. I don't even know where I'm going with this. I don't know, man. 14-14, Bills and Dolphins are tied. That looks like a good game. Bears and Broncos. That's a close game. So, like, on the surface, it seems like a good game, but it just can't possibly be a good game. Yeah, the first thing I see, like, the most recent play was a false start by Mike McGlinchey. It's just like, you know, not that false starts don't happen in good games, too, but you know, I'm just not expecting much, and then I see, oh, I wonder what happened on the last play. Fucking random penalty. But whatever. Ravens up 7-3 on the Browns. I don't think I'm going to be happy or sad no matter what happens. Or I might be both. I'm going to be both happy and sad about the outcome of the Ravens-Browns game. Because, in both cases, I want both teams to lose. They can't both possibly lose. One of them's going to lose, and that'll make me happy, but the other one's going to win, which is going to be meh. So one of those teams is going to be 3-1. I'd rather it be the Ravens because, I believe the Ravens, more than the Browns, are going to suffer, late season issues, whereas the Browns, I feel like, are more of a second half type of, they'll get better in the second half type of team. And they've already done pretty good, so, honestly, whatever we can do to keep the Browns from, popping off would be really nice. Rams up 17-0 on the Colts. Anything new? Commanders are up 14-7 on the Eagles, so that's new. Texans are up 13-0 on the Steelers. Dude, that Steelers offense, I'm sorry, but Kenny Pickett is just, he ain't it, man. Kenny Pickett ain't it. I'm sorry, but, I don't know if the Steelers envision him as more of a transitionary quarterback. I don't know, but at the same time, if you're going to go get a transitionary quarterback, why would you take him in the first round? I mean, I think the reason they took him in the first round because he was a Pittsburgh guy, but still, he ain't it, All right, Joe Burrow shotgun snap, hands the ball off to Joe Mixon. Nice hole up the middle, about an 11-yard pickup. That's what we need, man. Dude, this running game is doing really, really, really good. The running game has been good all year. And, I mean, it's not every single play that's happened has been the best play of all time, but in general, they've been really, really good. What's up, Bacon Man? Bacon Man. I don't remember you being in here before, so if you're new, feel free to like and subscribe. If you're not, welcome back, and I'm sorry I don't remember you. But what's up, Bacon Man? What's up, buddy? All right. It's going to be another handoff to Joe Mixon, who is that time he's going to be swallowed up, and he manages to get forward for about 2 yards when he probably should have gotten tackled at for nothing, if that. But still, it's only 2 yards, so it's not the greatest run of all time. Looks like Brian Robinson Jr. fumbled the touchdown, but he was already in the end zone when he fumbled it, so it's still a touchdown. That's got to be nerve-wracking to see if you're a Commanders fan, though. All right, from the 24-yard line, Joe Burrow's in shotgun formation. He's got looks like Travion Williams in the backfield, who takes the handoff, and he picks up about 4 yards, I want to say. About 4 yards, maybe 5. I don't know. There's a good example. Nothing against Travion Williams, but Travion Williams is not as talented as Joe Mixon. And he's still doing pretty good. It was 5 yards, by the way, so it's going to be 3rd and 4. But it's still doing pretty good. Travion Williams, which leads me to believe that the offensive line is just really good at run blocking, which is a fantastic thing. Maybe they can improve a little bit with pass blocking, but it's still better than it used to be. All right, shotgun formation for Joe Burrow. Takes the snap, rolls back, pressure immediately in his face, and he just has to try to get the ball off, and it just flutters into the nothingness. Oh, man. This is what I'm talking... Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and walk it back. The offensive line is now no longer doing well with pass blocking. That was just terrible. And that was Alex Kappa, too. Alex Kappa just completely didn't see a guy who was, blitzing straight up the middle and let him right through. Terrible. That's annoying, man. Well, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and walk back my 31-point prediction for the Bengals offense. They were doing well earlier, but, yeah, not so much now. Not so much now. We might get to 24 or something like that, but that'll require a much better second half than they've had a first half, though. All right, so that punt's going to go out about the 24-yard line. That's where the Titans are going to be set up. I'm a little surprised the Buccaneers aren't doing better offensively, although they are knocking on the door, so they should be able to at least tie it up with the Saints here soon. Titans going to have the ball at the 25-yard line. Excuse me, I said 24. Anything new happening? Doesn't look like it. Vikings scored though, so that'll help them. Vikings are still trailing the Panthers 10-7, but they're, they got a touchdown, so that'll help. It looks like their defense in general is doing well. The defense has given up a field goal so far, but that I believe that touchdown the Panthers scored was a pick six. So if the Vikings can get some offense going, then I think they have a good shot in that game. But it wasn't looking good at first. Texans still up 13-0 on the Steelers. You gotta love that. I think the Houston Texans may no longer be a big old, hilarious joke of the NFL right now, guys. We'll see what happens, but right now C.J. Stroud already looks like maybe the best Ohio State quarterback in NFL history. Then again, maybe we should be a little careful because people were saying that about Justin Fields in his rookie season, and he's definitely fallen off since then. So maybe not, but all of that is to say, C.J. Stroud, I feel, has looked really good this year. Definitely part of why the Texans are not just like some random bottom feeder right now, For those of you who are new to my channel, by the way, I try to put out power rankings. I've been struggling with it, like I said, for the past few weeks because of school and just not having any time to do anything. But I am going to try to get power rankings out this week. It might come in the form of a short. I might not have time to produce a whole video, but I'm going to try to put power rankings out this week because I feel like a lot has changed. A lot has changed since I put out my initial power rankings of the season. Because, you got, the Jaguars might not be, a top 10 team. They might be, I don't know. Probably not. Jaguars probably aren't a top 10 team. At least not the way they're playing right now. Although, the way they played against the Falcons, sure, but... And then... Dolphins are probably going to get a boost from me. Ryan Tannehill, shotgun formation. Got Derrick Henry in the backfield with him. Motions a man out to his right. I believe that was Tyjae Spears. So they got both of them in the game right now. It's about a 3-yard, very difficult 3-yard pickup by Derrick Henry, but he did pick up 3. Bengals need to tackle a little bit better than that. I think I had the Broncos as a mid-range team, and they're not. They're bottom feeders, and they're losing to the Bears right now, so... They might be true bottom feeders. They might be the worst team in the NFL. Let's see. Rams are probably going to get a boost from where I thought they were. Probably the same with the Colts. So they're getting destroyed right now. Ryan Tannehill motions a man in the backfield, and this is a run all day long. No, it's not. I got fooled. All right, and they sack Ryan Tannehill. Let's go. The Bengals were not fooled by the play action. I was. But the Bengals weren't, and they sack Ryan Tannehill. Nice job. And that was Myles Murphy, first-round draft pick for the Cincinnati Bengals. People have been asking where he is. And, quite frankly, Myles Murphy's mostly been on the interior because there's not a lot of room on the outside. But, man, he picks up that sack there, and you love to see that from your first-round pick. Trey Hendrickson might not have gotten to him in time, but Myles Murphy gets that done. Gotta love it. Got to love it. All right. Tannehill in the backfield on 3rd and 7. Takes a snap, rolls back. He's going to throw it deep. And, oh my God, Cam Taylor-Britt just got burnt to a crisp on that play. Well, that was DeAndre Hopkins on the reception. Yeah, Cam Taylor-Britt just completely got roasted on that play. Nick Scott not doing a great job being the over-the-top help there either. DeAndre Hopkins was wide open on the sideline over there. Oh, that just undoes everything the defense just did. Annoying. And now the Titans are knocking on, almost in field goal range, actually, after that play. Good God. Ryan Tannehill is going to fake the handoff to Derrick Henry, and it's a throw caught. I think that's Austin Hooper. Dude, our coverage, the Bengals pass coverage has got to be one of the worst pass coverage units I've seen from the Bengals in a long time. Man, Nick Scott is not good. Let's just get that out of the way right now. Nick Scott is not good in coverage. He's good in some other situations. I've seen him make some good plays, but not in coverage. Nick Scott is terrible in coverage, and this is a problem. I miss Von Bell so much. So much I miss Von Bell. Titans got the ball at the 14-yard line now. 13, actually. And it's going to be a short pass to a touchdown. That's what happens when you just can't cover anybody. There's no coverage. Like you're getting pretty good pass rush, but the problem is, if the pass rush needs a little bit of time to develop. And this coverage is horrendous. Let me see what happened here. Now, in this case, a guy just kind of got schemed open, to be fair. But, nobody was over top with any fucking help. Once again, Cam Taylor-Britt's there at the end. But I'm not going to blame Cam Taylor-Britt here, but it does kind of suck to see him constantly in the spotlight on all of these terrible coverage plays. I wonder how Cam Taylor-Britt's been doing, because I've been complaining about him a lot this year. Let me check up his PFF grades just to see how he's been graded out, because I can't imagine it's been that good. I'll get to the rest of your comments here in a second. I just have a curiosity. Let's see. Cam Taylor-Britt, which is unfortunate. He had such a good rookie season. I just don't feel that he's been as good this year. Wow. Okay. So, fuck me. He actually did pretty well against Cleveland. Did pretty well against Baltimore, too. Was less successful against the Rams, though. So, I was right that he didn't have a great game against the Rams. But yeah. So, he has actually been pretty okay this year. Biggest issue was last week against the Rams. But not having a great game today either, though. A little concerned about Cam Taylor-Britt. Dan Davis says, as someone living in Minneapolis, I appreciate your stream so I can feel like I can watch the games. I appreciate you, Dan. That's the whole idea. Not everybody gets to watch the games. And coming to my streams is kind of like listening to the radio, but you get to watch me, and there might be some fun visuals or something like that. You're not going to get to watch the game, unfortunately, but, it's kind of like listening to the radio almost, with, a few more visuals. Derek Shoemaker says, finally able to make it in here for a game. Let's go, Derek. Haven't seen you in a minute, buddy. Glad you're able to finally make it. Jim says, 21-14 touchdown Bills. Derek says, hooday. Well, got to do better than we're doing right now. Bengals D can't give up big plays and then have a punt fest due to stalled offensive drives and expected to survive. Yeah, that's the problem, Jay. The defense has been really good at getting good results despite their own play this year. But the problem is you're kind of living on the edge when you do that. When you play like that and you can't just truly stop another team, you end up getting in situations where eventually you're going to give something up. And that's what we're seeing. The Bengals have a great pass rush right now, but they cannot cover anybody to save their fucking lives. And we're seeing the results of that right now. The pass rush can get to Ryan Tannehill and pressure him as much as they want, but when the secondary can't cover anybody, it kind of doesn't matter. Bengals offense has fallen off a cliff. It has. Bengals defense isn't doing great right now. Let's just call a spade a spade. They've had a generally pretty good game, but it's the Titans, so you kind of expect them to have a good game against the Titans. Offense has got to come up with something here, man. We can't afford to fall back too far. Can't afford to fall back too far. Gotta get something going, man. Just something. Just a little something. Just gotta get something going. Joe Burrow nicked up his elbow, it looks like. It's annoying. And the thing that's annoying, as Joe Burrow pass just gets deflected, intended for Jamar Chase. One thing that's particularly annoying is this year we've been banking on getting off to hot starts because, like, you know, we keep giving the ball to the other team first. And we're like, you know, oh, it'll be fine. We keep taking the ball first. So we're banking on getting off to a hot start, and we never do it. We always get off to these really slow starts. And so, like, you give the other team an advantage by giving them the ball first in the second half. And if you can't start fast, then you're basically giving them a huge advantage. Joe Burrow's got plenty of time, but I guess nobody gets open, and he just throws it away. Dude, what is up? This is trash right here. This is trash. This is annoying because they were doing well earlier. They were doing really well earlier, but this is just trash. The results are just awful right now. Kind of annoying that we're not running Joe Mixon. I wouldn't do it on 3rd and 10 here, but kind of annoying that we didn't run Joe Mixon at all on this drive because he's been having a pretty damn good game. Not really sure what the Bengals' strategy is right now, but it's not working. Joe Burrow shotgun snap, rolls around, looks, finds a man. Not much there. It's Drew Sample. Barely picks up anything. It's going to be 4th down. That was actually a negative -1 yard pass. He picked up like 5 yards, but it was all behind the line of scrimmage. That was a really far back pass. He had like he basically had to go like 16, 17 yards to pick up a first down there. Like, why? Brad Robbins is going to punt again. And it's going to be caught at the 24. Bengals tackle him at the 25. And hey, look, the pass cover, or the kicking coverage is actually good on that play. Like, here's the thing, man. Brad Robbins has been pretty okay at punting today, but the coverage has just been awful. So it makes him look really bad. Not like Brad Robbins has been elite at punting or anything like that, but he's been all right, you know? He's been all right, and it's just looks like the Buccaneers are finally up top over the Saints. Rams are up 20-0 on the Colts. Like, man, it's just really annoying seeing all these other teams with all this offense, and we can't do a damn thing. We got Joe Burrow, man. We got Joe fucking Burrow, and we can't do a thing. Bro, the scores are wrong? Yeah, I know, because I forgot to update it. Thank you. I was good at that earlier, and I forgot to update it. Thank you, though. Thank you. Corrupt Squiddy. Ryan Tannehill has all the time in the world to throw, but he overthrows him. That works out. Luckily, we're playing Ryan Tannehill. That's the thing. Luckily, we're up against the Titans offense, so no matter how badly we do, we're going to have a chance in this game, you know? Hopefully we can come out and have a better second half. Really, what I really hope they can do, I hope the defense can get the offense the ball back, and then they can just, like, you know, have a long, sustained drive for once. Get something going and, you know, end the half with a touchdown. Go into the half tied 10-10, that wouldn't be bad. All right, it's going to be a... fumble! That's a fumble by Tyjae Spears. He picks it back up, though, and he just... Nobody... He picks up like 20 yards on the play. My fucking God. Tyjae Spears fumbles the handoff. And the Bengals, like, you know, can't get on top of the fumble, first of all. Can't get on top of the fumble. And then they just completely over-pursue the fumble, and then they let him get like 20 yards in the other direction. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? I don't understand, man. Big explosive plays like that. That's the problem. They just let these fake handoff to Derrick Henry. Tannehill's going to throw and is caught by a wide fucking open. Titans player. Nick Westbrook-Akini. It's wide fucking open. Nobody covering him. Dude, our defense, man. I know our defense looks good statistically, but like when you actually watch them play, they're not good. They're just getting shredded right now. And it's annoying because they need to, like, make up for the offense, which has just been all bad all game, but Derrick Henry takes a snap, and he just rolls right up the middle. Nobody can tackle him, and he's going to get a touchdown. God damn it, man. Like, 4 people got on him, and nobody tackled him. Are you fucking kidding me? God, Jesus Christ. What the fuck is up with this defense, dude? This is absolutely, completely, unbelievably, unrealistically awful. Like, this is what I'm saying, man. This defense, like, yeah, I know they look good because they end up getting the job done more often than not, and they have all these turnovers and everything, it's awesome. But the problem is, most of the time, as far as actually getting stuff done on a play-to-play basis, they're awful. And this is the risk you take. You know, if you can't actually clean things up, then you're going to end up being down 17-3 to the Titans before the half's even over. Titans already at the point total that I expected them to get for the entire game. Too bad I'm not recording. That'd be a good reaction video to go up. Fucking infuriating. I'm telling you what, man. Absolutely infuriating. I cannot believe that. Wasn't trying to be annoying, just want to let you know. No, you're not annoying, Corrupt Squiddy. I actually... It's kind of something I do a lot where I get so caught up in trying to, say the game that I forget to actually go update the scores in the quarter sometimes. Actually, on that note... Okay, quarter 2... Does say quarter 2. Okay, so I at least have the correct quarter up on the screen. So like this stuff, this is one of my biggest problems. I'll admit one of my biggest weaknesses is actually changing the scoreboard. So I appreciate when you guys let me know. You're not annoying. I actually appreciate it because I do forget sometimes. I appreciate you though. I appreciate you more than I appreciate the Bengals. That's for sure. Good God, 17-3, man. God, if we can't compete with the Titans, I don't know what we think we're doing. If we start 0-3, man, not 0-3, if we start 1-3, like, yeah, beating the Rams felt good, had a pretty good feeling things were going in the right direction, but not right now, man. They just are horrendous. God, the offense can't do anything. It's broken. It's just completely broken. I don't know what's broken about it, because you got all this talent. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd. Haven't heard from Tyler Boyd in a while, to be fair. Joe Mixon, and the running game's doing great. Joe Burrow is, really talented. Can get a lot of stuff done. And to be honest, like, he hasn't even looked really, really bad. It's not like he's been misfiring a bunch and stuff like that. It's just like, it's all this talent we have doesn't seem to actually be doing anything. Like, I don't know what's up with them. And then the defense. Like I said, the defense just, like, gets, like, caught with their tail between their legs constantly. And they've done a really good job of making up for it, making it work this year. But this is the risk you take when you play like that. This is the risk you take when you play like that, man. You got to get a touchdown here. Like, you got to get a touchdown on this drive. If you don't get a touchdown on this drive, then you're getting into, like, it's gonna, like, obviously the game's not over. You got a whole second half to play. Lots of things can happen, but you're getting into, like, you're getting into being talked about. If you end up winning the game, being down 17-3 at the half, you end up getting talked about on all the talk shows, and you don't want that necessarily. All right, there's a pass to Drew Sample. Mitch Wilcox picks up about 7 yards. So, hey, look, a positive passing play. What a great thing. Is the sound working for everyone? Looks like it's working for most people, so I don't know if it's not working for you, Jeff, but let me just check to make sure something didn't go wonky. All right, so it's going to be Shotgun formation for Joe Burrow. Takes a snap, throws, Jamar Chase, first down. There we go. There's some efficiency.
Chase,
Yeah.
first down. There we go.
Okay, so I've got sound on my end, and it's got to be on your end, Jeff. I don't know. If the Bengals don't get any points the rest of the half, it'll look like they've thrown in the towel. That's the thing, man. Like, and I'm not saying the game's over if you go into the half down 17-3, but you've got to get points on this drive, because if you don't, it's going to. I don't want to call it a miracle to come back from 17-3, but it's going to be a hell of an effort to come back from 17-3, especially the way the offense is working. Yeah, sound's working. I thought it was. All right, Joe Burrow is going to hand the ball off to Joe Mixon, and Mixon can't find anywhere to go with it. I don't even think he got a yard. Might have got a half a yard. Defense is atrocious right now. If we let up this many points with the Titans, it's going to be a tough season. That's the thing, man. They haven't been this bad when all things are considered. They've been looking about this bad, and then they end up like, you know, having these big turnovers and having really cool stuff happen, and you know they prevent points really well, and they let big explosive plays go, but then like for the most part they play pretty well. But the problem is right now they're not doing that second part. And the thing is, when the defense has a bad game, the way the offense plays, when the defense has a bad game, you have no chance. You have no chance if the offense gets off to a slow start. And the defense has to be basically perfect early in the game. Otherwise, you're just going to get completely screwed. This has just been awful. It's just been horrendous. Buddy of mine said at least they left us plenty of clock to get a 3 and out and let them score again. I don't understand what the problem. I really don't understand what the problem is. Like you can't blame Burrow's calf because Burrow's doing okay. You know, I mean he's not great, but he's not like terrible or anything like that. The offensive line has had some bad plays, but they've, you know, for the most part been playing well. The running game is pretty good. And so, like, how they keep just doing nothing is just mind-boggling. And what the issue is, honestly, is they keep, like the people Joe Burrow is throwing to often are the wrong people to be throwing to. That's the issue. The issue is not that he's, like, super inaccurate today or that he's, like, just throwing wild interceptions and stuff like that. The issue is that he keeps picking the wrong guy to throw to. That's the issue. So maybe it is a Joe Burrow thing. I don't know. But whatever it is, it needs to get fixed. Because if it doesn't get fixed soon, it could be really tough to get fixed at all. You know? Like, I mean, we start 1-3. Then I'm not saying shut Joe Burrow down until he's healthy, which might be for the rest of the year. But if we start 1-3, then it's going to be tough. That's all I'll say. Texans up 13-0 on the Steelers. Somehow I'm less, you know, I care less about that right now. Panthers up 10-7 on the Vikings. Commanders up 17-7 on the Eagles. Buccaneers up 7-3 on the Saints. Rams up 20-0 on the Colts. And they're in more scoring range right now. Ravens are destroying the Browns 14-3. I say that as the Bengals are losing 17-3. Bears up 21-0 on the Broncos. The Broncos legitimately might be the worst team in the league, guys. I don't know what is up with them. I don't know what the hell happened to the Broncos because they were supposed to be pretty good a couple years ago. Remember that? Joe Burrow shotgun snap. Throws, caught. Nice little end around there. Not end around, but turn around there by Tanner Hudson. Picks up about 7-ish yards on the 2nd and 9. So it's going to be 3rd down and short. We getting a top 10 pick? What do you mean top 10? Top 10 pick. If you explain that to me, Jeff, maybe. But I don't know what you mean by top 10 pick. Joe Burrow shotgun snap. Rolls back. Good pressure. It's going to be a deep throw, and I didn't see what happened because the camera... It looked like Tyler Boyd got tackled before the pass got there. But I guess the refs didn't call it. And it was blatantly obvious, so it must have not been. I don't know. You can't tell because the camera wasn't anywhere near it. Let's see. Tyler Boyd. I think that might have been pass interference, man. He had his hand on his arm. They're not even discussing it though, so whatever. 4th down, Bengals get to punt again. Yay! Brad Robbins punting it away, and it's going for touchback. I don't want to be too reactionary right now, but the Bengals might just be bad, man. Like, the Bengals might just be a bad football team right now, like, straight up. Like, nothing is working. The only thing that's, like, kind of encouraging is the defense, and they've given up 17 damn points. Joe Burrow had no preseason. By week 5, the lack of preseason shouldn't matter, corrupt Squiddy. And, yep, defense can't stop Derrick Henry now. It's going to be a 15-yard pickup. And they might get some points before the half. My buddy Josh might have been a prophet. Terrible. This is horrendous. I haven't seen it this bad since 2020, frankly. This is a terrible football game. This is awful. Are we going to get a top 10 pick in the draft? Well, no, I don't think so. I think they're going to get their shit together enough to make some sort of run at maybe a wild card spot. But I definitely don't think we're going to be doing a whole lot this year. I can tell you that. Yep, it's terrible, isn't it, Corrupt Squiddy? It's awful. There's a flag on the play. And, oh my God, nice job there by Cam Taylor-Britt to knock the ball out at the end. Incomplete pass. He got burnt on that play, but he did eventually catch up with, was that Westbrook Akini, I think, to eventually knock that ball out. Now, one of the refs, I think, was arguing that that was a catch and a fumble. Hard to say. Like, he doesn't really make a football move. Yeah, he does. Yeah, I don't think that's a catch. He doesn't really make a football move. He's running. He kind of has possession, but I don't know if that's really a full catch. Offsides on the Bengals, though, whatever the case. And they're calling it a catch. I'm about done with this team, man. I mean, I'm not. I'm gonna. Y'all about to get to see how loyal I really fucking am, because we can be 2-15 and I'll be streaming every game because I'm just a masochist. But as far as like hope goes right now, it's starting to fall out. This is bad, man. This is bad. The defense is bad. The offense is bad. Trey Hendrickson's good. Trey Hendrickson, gets about a 5-yard tackle for loss there, which is nice, but that doesn't make me feel that much better. He's happy about it. I'm sure he is. Be nice if they would have done that more in this game. Problem is, Trey Hendrickson's done fine. He's actually had a pretty good game. He's about the only one on the defense who's had a pretty good game, but he's had a pretty good game. Man. 56-yard turnover for Diggs? Or did you mean TD? Oh. Yep. If the Titans get another touchdown here, I wouldn't really be if y'all leave, I would not I would understand. Let's just say that. If y'all leave after this, if the Titans get a touchdown here, I would definitely understand if y'all want to leave. I'll be here. Nobody can tackle Derrick Henry once again. He picks up about 11 yards on the 2nd and 15. Because of course he does. Nobody can tackle. Dude, DJ Turner. What on earth was that tackle attempt there? DJ Turner tried to like tackle him at the ankles. When you got full on Derrick Henry, like the massive human being Derrick Henry, like squaring you up, has got all the momentum, and you want to tackle him at the ankles. There's a sack for DJ Reader. Once again, the defensive line's really good. God, I feel like the Jets a few years back, where it was like, man, the Jets are awful, but hey, that defensive line's not too bad. I feel like the Jets, that's how I feel like. I feel like the Jets right now, because the defensive line is pretty damn good. And that's about it. Oh my God, and Jermaine Pratt's going to get called for holding. Jermaine Pratt called for holding, and now it's 1st and goal. Ah! Is this what we get for our mayor talking shit? Is this Aftab's fault? God, impeach that man. Impeach that man immediately. Tannehill throws and to nobody. Cool. Yeah, yay. They misfired. But honestly, it wasn't very good coverage, so if that had been on target, that probably would have been a catch for the touchdown. But whatever. My God. Watched a news story earlier about a team approaching Hamilton County for Paycor upgrades. The main idea is it's harder to justify allocating funds for upgrades if the team doesn't win. Well, you know what? I kind of agree with that. Should have approached him about it last year, man. Ryan Tannehill throws, caught DeAndre Hopkins. About an 8-yard pickup. It's going to be 2 to go from the goal line. Who gets the ball in the second half? Titans. Titans get the ball in the second half. Bengals receive first to start the game. That's why they settle for a field goal within yards of the end zone. Yep. Well, also they settled for a field goal because the offense was kind of stalling out a little bit. And you just want to... You don't want to, like, screw up your momentum too much. Not that it ended up mattering. Like the momentum didn't do... The momentum just fell off the next drive anyway. But man, like, it was looking pretty good. Like, the first couple of drives of this game, it was looking like, oh man, the Bengals might be back. Oh, this might be something else. Right now, the game is 17-3. And it's looking like the Titans are about to score again. With 14 seconds left in the half. Derrick Henry's in the Wildcat formation. There's a timeout by the Bengals. Why? All right, guys. So, how do y'all feel about Skyline Chili? Wow, what a delicious food, man. Y'all hear about that FC Cincinnati? They're really good this year. You know what? How's the MLS standings looking? They gotta be nearing like playoff time, right? Yeah, FC Cincinnati tied for best record in the MLS, which is a little fallen off from where they used to be. I remember they were at the top, like the top. They were pretty well ahead as far as the top goes. Wait a minute. So they got 19 wins, and Orlando City's got 15 wins. So how do they have... Oh, that's games played. Okay, never mind. So yeah, FC Cincinnati's well... Oh my God, Derrick Henry throws a touchdown. So anyway, FC Cincinnati's really good, guys. The soccer team... fantastic. Oh, they've just been having such a good year. They're 4 games ahead in first place, and I don't even know when the playoffs start, but it's got to be pretty soon, I hope it's pretty soon. I wish my computer would load faster so I could stall talking about the Bengals better. Oh man, so the MLS standings, man. You got Orlando City. They've only got 15 wins. FC Cincinnati's got 19 wins. They're such a good soccer team right now, man. As the Titans go up 24-0. Okay. All right. Well, I'm not going to completely ignore it. I'll update the score. 7. It feels like that much. It feels like that much right now. My God. Have some fucking pride, man. Like, they are just getting their asses reamed right now. The defense can't do a goddamn thing. Defense was doing okay earlier, and they've just completely lost it at this point. Oh, man. Are you in pain, Mikey? Oh, I'm so sorry that you're in pain. Oh, no. Wait, are you like in literal pain, or are you just sad because the Saints are losing 14-3? Man, I wish my team was losing 14-3. Unless you're talking about physical, actual pain, in which case I hope you're okay. But if you're talking about pain because of the Saints, like, don't come here looking for sympathy. Don't come here looking for sympathy. 2-minute warning. If Bills score another touchdown, they have 35 points halfway to 70. Yeah, I know that's not going to happen. That'd be funny, though. That'd be funny if the Bills put up 70, like, the week after the Dolphins put up 70, just to, like, fuck with them. It's going to be a squib kick for the Bengals. Travion Williams going to take the ball and return it. Gets down to about the 35-yard line. 4 seconds left in the half. I imagine the Bengals are just going to kneel on it because I can only imagine if they do try to run a play, the luck we're having today, it's just going to, like, I don't even know what to say at this point, man. Like, I'm not saying the season's over. I'm not even saying this game's over. Shit, we have a whole, they're kneeling on it. I'm not even saying this game's over because we have a whole half left to play. And, I mean, bigger comebacks have happened, and it's 21 points. It's not the biggest comeback in NFL history, but, I mean, you've just got to suddenly the offense has to start doing well. Which they have the talent to. They have the talent to. I don't know what's up with them, but my God, this is terrible. This is awful, horrendous. This might be one of the worst games I've seen from the Bengals in. Definitely one of the worst, probably the worst non-division game I've seen from the Bengals, and I can't even remember how long. Like, and they've had some bad division games where they've gotten blown out, but let's see. The last bad season the Bengals had was 2020. Let's see. I don't recall them having a lot of blowouts that year. That was part of the thought process. Like, they're losing, but they're close in most of these games. They lost 20-9 to the Washington football team when Burrow went down with his injury. But other than that, nothing really. So I mean, God, the last non-division blowout they had like this. They lost 41-17 to the 49ers in week 2 of the 19 season. And it looks like that was the most recent, the last time something like this happened was in 2019, when the Bengals, as you recall, went 2-14 and drafted Joe Burrow. So yeah, it's a problem right now. It's a problem right now. And I'm not saying the season's over, because you're 1-3, and there's still, 13 games left to go? I mean, realistically, they could, if they lose this game, they could turn things around and finish 14-3. Are they gonna do that? No. And I guess realistically was the wrong way to put it. But genuinely, they could win all 14. If they lose today, they could still win all 14 of the rest of their games and end up in the number 1 seed in the AFC. So that would be crazy. But what is less crazy is, they could, win 9 more games after this. End up 10-7 and still make the playoffs. I mean, the season's not over. But boy, it feels over. Because I don't even know how to fix what's happening right now, because you've got a lot of talent on the offense. The offensive line's doing okay. Not amazing, but they're doing okay in pass protection. Run blocking, they're doing pretty damn well. The running game itself is pretty good. The defense has been really, really bad over the last couple of drives, but overall this season, the defense has been pretty good. So how they're this bad, I don't understand. I don't understand how it is that they are having the results that they're having. I don't get it. I really, really, really don't get it. It doesn't make any sense that they're this bad. And maybe that's me coping as a Bengals fan. I don't know. I'm going to be doing a lot of that going forward. Well, we're at where we're at. You hate your life. Bro, Mikey, look, this is not the place to come for sympathy right now. I'm not going to lie. You're with us here down in New Orleans. Well, I appreciate you. I'm with you, Mikey. I do hope the Saints turn it around, but I'm not going to lie. This is not the place to come for sympathy right now. It's as bad as it is for you right now, it's worse for us. We're in a bad spot right now. We are looking like we're going to end up being 1-3 this year. And I mean, you can come back from 1-3, but goddamn, the only team you've beaten so far isn't even in your conference. Titans will have a chance to double dip scoring at the end of the first half. Yeah, that's the thing. Titans get the ball back. I mean, like, the defense, what's going to happen is the defense is just going to have to start getting turnovers. The only way we're coming back, like, it is possible to come back in this game. 21 points is not unheard of as far as a comeback goes, but you're going to have to start getting turnovers. And the defense is capable of getting turnovers. I know they are, because it's about the only way that they've done as well as they've done so far this year is by getting a bunch of turnovers. But that's the only way that they're coming back, is if the defense starts producing turnovers and the offense capitalizes on those turnovers. That's the only way that they have a chance of coming back at this game. And they could. I know you're not coming for sympathy, Mikey. I'm just talking shit because I'm also pissed. I feel just as bad as you right now, Mikey. I'm not saying you're coming for sympathy. I'm just bitching as much as you are right now. It's rough, man. And I am sorry that the Saints are doing badly, but I am struggling to see much of a bigger picture right now. I really am. Hey, at least the Texans are up 16-0 on the Steelers. At least the Steelers look, I don't want to say worse than the Bengals, but the last couple of weeks they've looked worse than the Bengals. So, had the Bengals just not gotten off to such a horrendous start, they definitely look better than the Steelers right now. But unfortunately, that's just not the case. You picked it off, then fumbled. That sucks, dude. Dude, we haven't even had anything crazy like that happen. We've just been bad. Like, what's been happening is our offense has been playing well and then doing nothing somehow. Doing well, then doing nothing with doing well. And then the defense was doing well against the Jaguars and then just completely forgot how to play football in the second quarter. That's basically what's happened. Like, the first quarter was pretty all right, like, tied 3-3 after the first quarter. The offense wasn't scoring, but they were looking like they had some momentum and they could maybe get something done. And the second quarter has just been god awful. Like, I mean, Joe Burrow, has been getting some really bad pressure. And he hasn't been handling that pressure well. He's been sacked a decent number of times, but he's been hit a lot too. The offensive line, the pass protection was much better in the first quarter than it was in the second quarter. And, 21 points in the second quarter. That's what the issue is right now. The issue right now is 21 points in the second quarter. So, look, it's not, the game's not over. There's still a chance. But, unless something changes drastically, I don't know how they're going to take advantage of that chance. They're going to have to come out with some massive halftime adjustments to get anything done, man. They'll basically have to hold the Titans scoreless for the rest of the game, and then score 14 points in each of the next two quarters. Basically. Or 14 in one and 10 in the other. They'll need to at least score 24 points. Which, I mean, the Titans did in the first half, so it's not impossible. But just the way that the offense is operating right now, you wonder how on earth they're going to do that. Basically what you need now, if we want to have any hope of coming back and having just a big comeback that everybody's like, look at how this team came back. Wow, it's so amazing. And then everybody forgets about the fact that they got in that hole in the first place. But the only way a comeback like that's going to happen is if you come out of halftime and you get a turnover, probably. It's probably got to be a turnover. Although, I mean, I guess you could just stop them, make them punt. That's fine, too. But you at least got to hold them to 0 scores. No points at all. No field goal, no nothing. You can't let them get anything on the first drive, and the offense has to get a touchdown. And if that doesn't happen, I'm not trying to be like fatalistic here or be like, hey, don't, bother with this, but I'm telling you right now, if we don't have a perfect start to the second half, I don't really see any possibility that we're going to have any chance at coming away with the win in this game. The good news is the Steelers and Browns are both getting their butts whooped, and the Ravens are winning, but the Ravens are the type of team that tends to fall off near the end of the season. So the good news is hopefully the Ravens can get themselves in first place in the division, and then the Bengals, all they really need to do is just put this game in the rearview mirror and then come back and just have, basically from this point on, like, we're 1-3. There's no more room for error. But if you can turn things around next week against the Cardinals, which I don't know why they can't, there's no reason they shouldn't be able to turn things around against the Cardinals. So if you can turn things around against the Cardinals next week, and then, the only team, the team in first place is the Ravens, then you could realistically go into next week where the Bengals are 2-3, and then, maybe you get lucky and the Browns and the Steelers are both 2-3 as well. And then the Ravens, who do they even play next week? They play the Steelers next week. Okay, so you got a pretty good chance actually of over the so the Ravens and Steelers play each other next week. So if you can turn things around next week, then you could realistically be in a position where you're tied with the Browns for the back of the division, and then obviously the Browns will have the tiebreaker. But then the Steelers and Ravens will run into each other next week, and you've either basically got like a 3-way tie for second place in the AFC North, which would just be a bunch of 2 and 3 teams, and then the Ravens, who are farther ahead, which would be 4-1 at that point, which is not good. But or the Steelers beat them, and then you got 2 3-2 teams, and the Bengals are only 1 game behind. That could be the case next week, But I mean, it's just so hard to think about that stuff right now when you're getting your butt busted 24-3 by the Titans, who are, let me remind you, not a good football team. So if they're not a good football team, what does that say about us right now? Like, honestly, really hope Zach Taylor's giving a career-changing inspirational speech in the locker room. What do you mean career-changing? I don't know about career-changing. Like, Zach Taylor's typically been good at halftime adjustments. Now, I hope he's having a career, defining, maybe. Like this is the big halftime speech that everybody remembers Zach Taylor for. And they come out and they just massively make things so much better in the second half. That would be cool. I don't know about career-changing, though, because, I mean, he's had a fairly solid career with the Bengals so far. He had 2 bad seasons and 2 good seasons, and then and right now it's a bad start. But I wouldn't say his career's over because there's a bad start. And then like I said, he's known for halftime adjustments. So I don't know about career changing. Career defining is better. Yeah. That's what Zach Taylor needs. That's what the Bengals need right now. They need to just get their shit together, honestly. Because, the thing of it is just so infuriating right now is they have all this talent. They're making lots of good plays in this game. And what do they have to show for it? Jim says, give up, Bengals. Just listen. Fuck you, Jim. The game ain't over until it says 0-0-0 on the clock. That's the philosophy my dad taught me when I was growing up. When the Bengals were a lot worse consistently, by the way. And that's the philosophy I stick to. I don't stop watching a Bengals game until the clock says 0-0-0. Because otherwise, there's always a chance. And I mean, honestly, one of these days, the Bengals are going to have like a 21-point deficit that they're going to claw their way back and win. One of these days, that's going to happen. Is that today? I don't know. But one of these days, something like that's going to happen. And so if you give up at halftime because it's been a really bad game, you're never going to see like a really historic comeback. You know. I'm not going to lie. I don't feel good. I don't feel confident that they're going to do that. But I mean, you never know. A couple turnovers could really change the face of this game. All right, that one's not a touchback, and that's good kick coverage. So that's a good way to start it. Tyjae Spears gets it down to about the 19-yard line. So that's, that's not amazing, incredible field position or anything like that. But hey, that's, that's good, solid, not sloppy play. Steelers will too, down 16-0. Yeah, the Steelers got it worse than we do right now. Like, I mean, their defense has been a little better than ours, but like, at least our offense isn't that bad. We have some. I don't think the Steelers might just need to blow it up. Here before too long. The Bengals have some stuff to build on at the very least. You just got to figure it out. All right, Ryan Tannehill's in the shotgun formation. Hand off to Derrick Henry. Nice job! There we go. Defense stops him for a 0 gain. And like Tom Grossi said the other day, just let me have this one, man. I know it's 24-3 right now, but I just want to see this team look like they care. I just want to see this team have some fucking fight and give me a reason to believe that maybe some sort of miraculous season comeback can happen. 1-3 is not a death knell. 1-3 can be really, really hard to come back from, but you can come back from it. So just give me some hope, Bengals. Come on. So handoff to Tyjae Spears, and he ges past the first wave, but Bengals still do a good job of tackling there. So he picks up about 3 yards, and that works out. So it's going to be about 3rd and 6. 3rd and 5. Okay, all right. 3rd and 5. All right, come on, defense, get off the field here. You gotta get off the field here, man. Yeah. It's hard to say you're running out of time when the third quarter just started, which, by the way, I should update. Jesus, I can't spell. Ryan Tannehill, shotgun snap. Throws, caught. First down. Come on, defense. That's the thing, man. They're really good on 1st and 2nd down, and then they just can't stop 3rd down for the life of them. That's how they let teams march down the field, They don't often let big, gigantic plays go, although they've let some go in this game. But they don't often let a lot of big, gigantic plays go. They just they're horrendous on 3rd down. 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Tannehill's under center. Hand off to Derrick Henry, and he gets a big hole. That first play of the 3rd quarter was really nice. Hey, there's a flag on the play. Maybe it's holding. Hey, it's holding! Oh, yeah, let's go! Let's go! Push him back. Let's go. We got bailed out by the refs. I mean, technically by Dylan Raduns, because that's definitely holding on BJ Hill there. But oh my God, yeah, we... Ryan Tannehill's like, damn it. Yeah, well, you know what, Ryan Tannehill, we need something. I know you don't want to give us anything, but hey, that puts him back at the 19, so that's something. It's going to be 1st and 19. Let's go. Let's go. Dude, that might have been the most excited I've gotten in this game is when the Titans had a holding penalty. That's sad. Oh, man. All right, Ryan Tannehill, shotgun formation. Takes the snap. Good pressure. Nice. Sacked. Let's go. There you go, defense. There you go, defense. There we go. It's going to be 2nd and 20. Ryan Tannehill goes down, and man, that's the only thing the Bengals are good at right now is rushing the passer, but they do a pretty damn good job at that. Gotta give them credit, Gotta give them credit. They get the pressure, and they get the sack. They're pretty damn good at doing that. And if only they could be good at literally anything else. Wait, no, I remember. They're good at running the ball. Not that useful when you're down 24-3, but they're good at running the ball. All right, Tannehill, shotgun snap. Throws. Caught by, I think that's Westbrook-Akini for about a 4-yard pickup, 5-yard pickup maybe. So it's going to be 3rd and about 17. By the way, that was 2nd and 22, by the way. For once, the refs actually gave the Bengals more yards than I thought. So that works. Cheeto Awuzie having a lot of trouble bringing down Westbrook-Akini there, but eventually does when 3 other Bengals players get over there. But, it is what it is. 3rd and 16 for the Titans. Ryan Tannehill's coming out. All right, come on. 3rd and 16. You can stop him here, right, defense? Like, you can do it, right? A lot of hard counts by Ryan Tannehill trying to get the Bengals to jump. And nice pressure and nice... It forces an incomplete pass, and the Bengals defense get off the field. But there's a flag. And I think that might be... hit on a defenseless player by Nick Scott. Yep. All right, well, that's first down for the Titans. All right. Or is that roughing the passer? Wait, what was the roughing the passer? Now, that was Nick Scott. They called roughing the passer on Nick Scott. What? What the fuck was roughing the passer about that? He just tackled him. What? Are you... I better have misunderstood what that penalty was. If that was roughing the passer on Nick Scott, that is a joke. Are you... That wasn't roughing the passer, was that? There's no way that was roughing the passer. I gotta have misinterpreted. There's no way that was roughing the passer. It had to have been something else. I thought it was a hit on a defenseless receiver or something in the backfield. So it must have been that, and I must have just misinterpreted this. There's no way that was roughing the passer. Let me just make sure. No, I don't think it was roughing the passer. I think it was on Dax Hill, but I don't think it was on Ryan Tannehill. So, and the Titans just got another first down because we can't cover anybody. About a 12-yard pickup. Man, I was really kind of feeling good there for a minute, man. I was thinking that the magic might be brewing. Nope. Man. Come on, defense. Get your shit together. Ryan Tannehill rolls back, and he gets out of a sack, and he ends up picking about 5 yards on the play. Man, that's the one thing we do well is rush the passer, man. And you're letting Ryan Tannehill out there looking like fucking Josh Allen. It was like Zach Carter might have been. No, it was Joseph Osai couldn't bring him down. Good God, Osai. What on earth? That might have been a penalty on Cheeto Awuzie. Oh, it did get called. Yep, holding on Cheeto Awuzie. Doesn't matter. Going to give him more yards on penalties because the Bengals just... I think the Bengals gave up, guys. I think the Bengals just gave up. I'm not seeing any fight out here from the defense. I'm seeing a lot of bullshit, sloppy play, and the Titans basically got it all the way down to the 40 for free. Yep, and nobody can tackle Derrick Henry. He picks up 3 yards, but they should have had him for a 2-yard loss. Dude, it looks like the Bengals gave up. That's what it looks like right now, and I don't know who you blame for that. I hate to blame Lou Anarumo because he's been so good for us, but this defense just looks like they've given up. They're like. Yeah, damn right it's not today, Jim. That's for sure. Watching the Dolphins game now, the season's done, man. Yeah. Well, I don't know about the season's done, but we can still come back and maybe make a wild card or something, but And honestly, if this division gets in its own way, I mean, nothing's out of the realm of possibility. 1-3 is not a death sentence. It's really not, but it could be tough. Steelers finally got on the board. That's unfortunate. I was hoping that they'd get shut out. And somebody's hurt. Cam Taylor-Britt's hurt. Yeah. That sucks. That sucks to see, man. Great. Whew. Man, I was feeling really good there for a minute. I hope Cam's okay, but I was feeling oh, yeah, that might be a concussion. He got, like, Miles Murphy, like, smacked him in the head. That's rough. Yeah, I'd take him out of the game, honestly. That's tough. Well, I think it might be about. I think it's about time to. I think I'm gonna go ahead and say at this point, game might be about over. Like, and it sucks to say because it's the middle of the third quarter, but Titans already have the ball at the 37-yard line. They're basically in field goal range already. So I know that's not very entertaining, and it's not always fun to, hear your host just kind of give up on the game. But, like, honestly, can you blame me for giving up on the game when the Bengals clearly have? Like, they just look like they don't even care out there. Like, the defensive line does. And there we go again. Cheeto Awuzie just gets destroyed. Defensive line, once again, getting really good pressure. But there's no coverage. Nobody. Cheeto Awuzie sucks right now. Cam Taylor-Britt's had a bad game. Nick Scott's no good. Dax Hill's been okay, but, like, he can't do it all by himself. Man. Haven't seen anything from Logan Wilson and Jermaine Pratt today that's been remotely encouraging. Defensive line's great, and that's the only thing we got going for us right now. Man. Timeout by the Titans, I think. Okay, timeout by the Titans. Whoopee. We can't stop Tannehill. Can understand Henry. Well, I mean, we've done better against Henry than we have against Tannehill, man. Yeah, Derrick Henry's got 82 yards on the day. So, I mean, that's not good, but it's not horrendous considering it's Derrick Henry. He's got 5.9 yards per carry, but Tyjae Spears is the one we've really been struggling with. Luckily, they've only handed him the ball 3 times. But yeah, Tannehill, man, he's got 217 yards passing, despite being sacked 3 times, despite the fact that our defensive line's all over him. It's just because nobody can cover. Man, what on earth is wrong with the Bengals? I don't even know. I might see if I might try to find some time this weekend to... Not weekend, this week. I might try to find some time this week to put up like a what's wrong with the Bengals video or something like that. Not that I have any time to do a whole lot of anything, but it feels like this team needs a what's wrong with them video. 1-3. We're not 1-3 yet, but I'm about out of hope at this point. They started really good on this drive, but it's been like literally this is the only drive of the third quarter so far, guys. The Bengals defense is just like they had them stopped. They let them get going again with penalties, and now there's just like they're not doing anything against them. So like I don't even know what to say. I really don't even know what to say. Like the only hope we have at this point is that Joe Burrow suddenly turns the Jets on and the offense just like goes ham at this point, because literally, it's basically at the point where we basically got to score on every single drive going forward. Otherwise, we're just not going to have enough time to come back. Barring, obviously, turnovers. Turnovers can change any complexion of any game. But, I mean, like, you got to hold them to a field goal here. And then even holding them to a field goal, you're still down 24 points. So, I mean, you basically got to get 4 touchdowns to win this game, essentially. Like, if you let them get the field goal here, you essentially got to get 4 touchdowns to win this game. So basically, we're at the point of if they don't get a touchdown on the next drive, it might be over. Oh, well, hey, Tannehill fumbled the snap, so that's a nice little boost. I mean, he fell back on top of it. You know, it was a big loss, but, you know, plenty of, it's still going to be a relatively easy field goal there. And again, even if, let's say he misses the field goal. Let's say he misses the field goal. Then you're still down 21 points. So the offense has to come through. The next drive has to be a touchdown. And it's got to be a dominating touchdown to the point where, like, we figured something out that they can't figure out. All right, it's going to be a quick toss to Derrick Henry. He picks up a couple yards. Should be back in relatively safe field goal range now, especially for Nick Folk. If he makes the field goal, then we're down 24 points. And that's a 4-possession ball game. Sort of. No, I guess you could, like, get, like, you could get, like, 2-point conversions and stuff, right? If you get 2-point conversions, then that's a 3-possession ball game, but still. It's basically a 4-possession ball game if they get a field goal here. And with the third quarter now, like, almost halfway over, well, more than halfway over. You only got 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Neutral zone infraction by the Bengals. Good God. And that was Trey Hendrickson, too. Been the best player on the team all day. Now he just set them up for easy field goal range right there. And I can't even get mad at Trey Hendrickson because, like, the only reason that the defense has even been, like, the only reason why there's even been, like, a semblance of a feeling like there's any possibility in this game is because Trey Hendrickson's great. Right? Like, other than Trey Hendrickson, there's nothing to really feel good about this defense. BJ Hill's been pretty good. All right, it's a throw and catch by Ryan Tannehill. It's not going to be enough for a first down, but the field goal unit's going to come out for a very short field goal. So, barring some just massive miracle of a missed kick here, it's going to be a 24-point ball game here. And, hey, don't worry, guys. I'll go ahead and get ready to change the score. I'll go ahead and get this pulled up now. So, at least I'll be doing my job. Unlike the Bengals. All right. Nick Folk comes out, kick goes up, and it's good. All right, well. Like I said, I didn't have any anticipation that wouldn't be good. But it's like the thing is 27-3 doesn't feel like because of how massive NFL offenses perform these days. 27-3 doesn't feel insurmountable until you realize there's only 4 minutes left in the third quarter, and it still doesn't feel insurmountable, but it definitely feels like I don't have much belief that they're gonna do anything with this, honestly. Like, oh my God, I feel kind of bad for the people who joined my stream for the first time today. All you new people, appreciate you showing up, and I appreciate the new subs. And I feel bad that you got this product. Like it's not even my fault. I feel like I need to apologize for the Bengals, like, on behalf of the Bengals, because, like, I'm sure they're gonna do enough of that themselves. Like, oh, we got to be better. And so it's not my fault that the Bengals are doing really badly, but, like, I want to put out a better product than this. This is terrible. God, and I finally got my shit together, too. Like, I know I haven't been perfect on keeping up with the scoreboard, but like I had all my audio ready to go. We were, here basically on time. I was a couple minutes late because I was trying to eat, but like, man, it's just terrible. Infuriating, humiliating. Whose fault? Head coach, offensive coordinator. Yes, Joe Burrow. A couple more plays and I'm out. Now, if you leave, Kevin, I understand. I'll be here to the end of the game, but that's just because I'm insane. Like, I don't necessarily recommend it. The TV commentators believe the reason for the Bengals' struggles is that Joe's calf won't allow him to plant properly. Sorry that's not showing up, by the way. Actually, you know what? What if I can probably put that over. There you go. Okay, you can see the full comment now. Thus, his throws are out of source and off market times. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That's what I thought last week. But he did better last week. Do I watch hockey? I don't watch hockey. No. I've tried to get into it a few times because it seems like the kind of thing that I would like if I like football, but I don't know. I never really got into hockey. I watch soccer. I watch basketball sometimes. The main sport I'm really into is football. And I've been trying to get into baseball, but with mixed success. But no, I don't watch hockey. All right, touchback for the Bengals. I don't know what to do, man. Like yes, it might have something to do with his calf, but it's not all his calf. Like I thought last week against the Rams that his calf was giving him some problems and that was part of the issue. But he did better than this against the Rams. Now, the issue he hasn't been inaccurate. That hasn't been the issue. The issue has been that, like dudes aren't getting open. And there you go. He threw a ball to a guy who wasn't open. It was a catch, but it was a really quick pass because he's just not going to go get open. So you just got to go do it really, really fucking fast. But you see, that's the thing. Like, Joe Burrow hasn't been super inaccurate today. Just nobody's out there getting open. And when people are open, the Titans' pass rush is destroying him. And it's not consistent. The Titans aren't having a big pass rushing day, but it feels like they are because like when the Bengals have an opportunity, it gets destroyed by the Titans' pass rush. Joe Burrow throws a wobbly pass. He got hit on that play, but Tyler Boyd comes up with it, so that's going to be a first down. Okay, well, that's something. See, that's what I'm talking about, Like, Joe Burrow's kind of lucky that got where it was going, but Ted Karras just gets pushed all the way back on that play. Ted Karras cannot stop the pass rush on that play. I love Ted Karras, especially with his personality and everything like that, but man, sometimes he's not the best blocker. Joe Burrow shotgun snap, looking around, good protection there. I think there might have been a flag, though. Tanner Hudson catches it for a first down, so that's cool. I think I saw a flag, though. Maybe not. Huh. All right, cool. Maybe it was just like a piece of debris or something. All right, well, first down for the Bengals, and the offense is moving. Maybe a little too late, but, I mean, if you get a touchdown here, it's a 17-point ball game. It's only 3 scores. You can score 3 times in a quarter. The Titans did it. Why can't we? Joe Burrow shotgun snap. Throws. Caught. Really high, but caught by Tyler Boyd. All right. That was a bad pass by Joe Burrow. That might have been an issue with the calf planting properly. But Tyler Boyd still comes down with it, though. Got to give him credit for that. That was a really high pass. I don't know, man. Joe Burrow's mechanics look fine to me. Like, when I'm seeing the replays here, his mechanics look fine. Like, I don't know. I mean, maybe the calf has something to do with it, but from a visual standpoint over the TV, it looks okay to me. Joe Mixon bowls forward for the first down. All right, cool. I'm not sure why we're running the ball right now. I mean, it's probably because it's the thing we do best right now, but I know it's only the third quarter, but we have to be thinking about time, guys. Like, if we're going to make any sort of effort to try to pull off the impossible, you can't be wasting time like this. And that may just be wishful thinking for me. I don't know, but hey, man, big explosive play from Jamar Chase here. That'd be really, really something else right there. Joe Burrow, shotgun formation, takes the snap, fumble. Did the Titans come up with it? I'm confused. I think the Titans came up with it. It's hard to tell because the refs are literally just standing around not like making any signals or anything like that. Yeah, Joe Burrow got hit, almost sacked, and then he just fumbled the ball. And then he fell on top of it, and then he lost it. He fell on top of it, and I think that might count as a fumble recovery. So, like, replay should clearly show Joe Burrow recovering this fumble. So it should... I would imagine... yeah, okay, so I think they're... No, they're calling that a fumble recovery for the Titans. Because I don't know. We're going to commercial break, too, so that might have something to do with it. But the Bengals' offense went off the field. So, I mean, that's a fumble recovery by Joe Burrow. Like, he clearly recovered the fumble, and then he got touched, so he's down. And he lost control of it after the fact, but he was already down. So, if they say the Titans got control of this ball, I don't agree with that. But, I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, they're saying recovered by Kevin Byard, but I don't agree with that. Dude, I will say, like, it's a huge cop-out to blame the refs for this game. To be clear, the refs are not the reason why the Bengals are losing this game. But there's been some really bad calls by the refs in this game in favor of the Titans. Like, you know, the reason we're losing is because they just can't get anything fucking going. Like, you know, it seems like every time they have something cool happen, they just, like, completely, like, forget how to play football. And just, like, completely squander the opportunity. But just because I recognize that this is the Bengals' fault and that the refs are not responsible for the Bengals losing, just because of that doesn't mean I'm not going to still, like, criticize the refs. They've been really bad today, and a lot of these really bad calls have been in favor of the Titans. So I want to point that out. And I also, like, this is kind of what I'm saying, you know, like a lot of people, I see people still to this day complain about, oh, the Bengals, the refs love the Bengals, and like the Bengals are going to win because the refs just bail them out all the time. And this is not true. Like, I know they got, like, during that Super Bowl run, there were a couple of plays that went in their favor that probably helped them out. But there were also a lot of plays that year that went against them, and they still ended up having a good year. And in general, the Bengals tend to have really bad luck with the refs. So, like, the idea of people saying, oh, the Bengals, all they do is benefit from the refs, it's like, no, the hell they don't. They straight up don't. Now, again, not blaming the refs for what's happening in this game. It has nothing to do, the score has nothing to do with them. Well, the fact that we're losing has nothing to do with them. Maybe we wouldn't be losing as badly if some of these calls hadn't happened the way they happened, but we'd probably still be losing. Yeah, I don't know. They better have reviewed this or something. Because, like, Joe Burrow, look, they're giving the ball to the Titans. This is dumb. Joe Burrow recovered that fumble, and then he lost control of it after the fact, but you have a clear visual of him on camera recovering that fumble. And then he gets touched, so, I mean, like, I don't know. It doesn't even really matter, I guess. This game's basically over. We got a whole fourth quarter left. So, man, I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about? I'm going to still talk about the Bengals game, but there's not much left to talk about at this point. I'll tell you what's happening, but, like, ESPN's giving the Titans a 99.7% win probability. That feels about right. That definitely feels about right now. So, you know, I guess we'll just... whatever happens. Ryan Tannehill fakes the handoff, throws, and it's caught. DJ Turner on the coverage there. There's a flag, though. Flag on the play. Pass interference on the Titans. Bengals automatically get 24 points. Now, that would be something, wouldn't it? Oh, my God, they called a penalty on the Titans. What a miraculous turn of events. Not that it's going to matter. They've called a few penalties on the Titans, and every time it turns out that the Bengals just squander the opportunity, but I don't know. It's hard to be mad at the defense because they have had some really good plays today, and they definitely have not been the worst of the two units. But, man, it's just looking like they've just been completely lost at certain times today against the Titans. Like, of all teams, that's the thing, man. And I'm sitting here still talking shit about the Titans when we're losing 27-3 to them, but it's because we shouldn't be losing 27-3 to them. Like, the fucking Titans. Are you kidding me? I don't even know what to say. Browns are losing 21-3, so they're almost as bad off as we are right now. The difference is the Ravens are a good football team. Texans are still beating the Steelers 16-6, so, I mean, hey, worst case scenario, 3 of the other AFC North teams are going to lose today. So we're only going to be 2 games out of first place, and that's only to 1 team. But we're still going to be dead last. Eagles finally got on top of the Commanders. They're up 21-17. Vikings up on the Panthers now, 21-13. That's about more what I expected. Buccaneers are beating the Saints, also more what I expected, 14-6. Rams still handling the Colts pretty well, 23-8. Ravens up over the Browns, 21-3. Broncos getting beaten by the Bears, 28-14. Bills up 41-20 on the Dolphins, so pretty much reversing that whole train of thought. So yeah, man, you know what sounds really great right now? The end of the game. That sounds great right now. Can we have the end of the game? Skyline versus Gold Star. There we go. That's a non-football topic. Skyline all day, every day, no question. Gold Star tastes like beans. I don't particularly like beans. And Gold Star has the flavor of beans. So I don't like Gold Star. I actually actively, I mean, like, they have other things on there. They got, like, burgers and, and chicken tenders and stuff like that. So as a restaurant, it's, I guess, fine. But, I don't go to a chili restaurant wanting to get chicken tenders, So, Skyline all day, every day. But the best chili in Cincinnati is Blue Ash Chili. Blue Ash Chili is where it's at. I love Skyline, but Blue Ash Chili is on another level. Blue Ash Chili's on another level, so if you want some damn good chili, like, I imagine since you're asking that, Jeff, you're probably from Cincinnati. But for those of y'all who aren't from Ohio or Cincinnati or anything, not familiar with Cincinnati chili, if you ever do come here and you want to get some damn good Cincinnati chili, get Blue Ash Chili. Because, I mean, Skyline's great, but Skyline, the one thing about Skyline is it's really strong. So if you're not already really into chili, Skyline might not be the best. What do you call it? Skyline might not be the best introduction to Cincinnati chili, just because it's really, really strong. You only really love Skyline chili if you grew up with it, or you just happen to have the perfect flavor palette for it. But Blue Ash Chili is much easier, in my opinion, to eat, and I think it's better balanced. So Blue Ash Chili, in my opinion. Ryan Tannehill shotgun snap and good pressure again, and almost intercepted there by Mike Hilton, and he's claiming that there's pass interference there, and there might be. I don't know. Somebody's getting called for pass interference. I'm not entirely sure who. This is not the sad calf game. This team's absurd refusal to run the fucking ball over and over like, oh yeah, the Titans. Well, I mean, here's the thing, Kevin. I have in general felt like that this season. Like, they need to run the ball more. Today, they ran the ball enough earlier in the game. Like, in the first half, they ran the ball plenty. And in the second half, they just got so down. Or in the first quarter, they ran the ball plenty. The second quarter, they got down. They gave up 21 points to the Titans. So the thing is, when you're down 21-3, you kind of just don't really have an option to run the ball a whole lot. Like, yeah, running the ball sounds great, but you need to think about the clock, Which is why I thought it was kind of weird that they were running the ball, at all. Oh my God, it's fumbled by Trenton Irwin. And it is recovered by Jalen Davis, but the punt is not muffed, but just straight up fumbled by Trenton Irwin. Jalen Davis falls on it, though. So, works out okay. Not that I would have cared all that much, honestly. Like, this game's just pretty much fucking over. But yeah, the lack of running the ball, I don't feel has been as big of a problem today. The reason they haven't run the ball a whole lot is because, they got really far down in the second quarter, and like you got to pass at that point. You got to create explosive plays, and you got to take back the momentum, and the passing game is the way to do that. But I mean, yeah, in general, like the game plan could use some work for sure. Somebody needs to find these problems out real quick. What the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck indeed, Jeffrey. I don't know. I can't tell you. It's just, I don't know what to say. I really just do not know what to say. It's a problem. It's a huge problem, and we're just, I don't know what to tell you. Somebody needs, everything is wrong. The only thing that's not wrong is the pass rush. Everything else is a big problem. Nobody can cover anybody. And see, it's like that every week, by the way. Like, there's no pass coverage. Like, we theoretically have all this talent in our secondary, but they all suck. So, like, I don't know. So the secondary can't get anything done. They can't really do much against the run. They're good at pass rushing, but they're kind of porous against the run. And then the offense can't do anything. They're running the ball okay, but the problem is they get into these gigantic point deficits, and you just can't. You frankly can't run the ball a whole lot when you're down 21-3, and so it's just like it doesn't really matter if they run the ball well. And then like the offensive line, they're up and down, but they'd be better if Joe Burrow was if Joe Burrow was playing better, the offensive line would be better. Frankly, it's not the offensive line's fault right now. So it's just like everything is the problem. Somebody needs to find out the problems real quick. It's everything. It's literally everything except for the pass rush. The pass rush is the only thing, and then the running game. But there's still a problem with the running game. It's that we can't afford to run the ball a whole lot. Thoughts on the congressman who's tape pulling a fire alarm prior to the budget vote? He said he didn't do it so on purpose, but thought it was the way to open a nearby door. I didn't hear about that. I don't. I mean, you're literally only stalling the vote. Like I don't know why he would have done that on purpose, because they're still going to do the vote. You're not stopping the vote by doing that. Joe Burrow shotgun snap, and he's immediately pressured. And gets the ball to Chase Brown. We got a Chase Brown sighting, but he doesn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. I'm a fan of the bone, and I'm just dumbfounded. Yeah, me too. This is what you're seeing from me right now is me trying to figure out how to explain this. I have no... I don't know how to respond to this, because, at this point, game's basically over. I'm just kind of, waiting it out at this point. There's no way, with already in the fourth quarter, I cannot imagine they're going to come, especially with it's 2nd and 13 now. So if they don't score a touchdown here, it pretty much is over. Joe Mixon gets why are you throwing it short? And see, that's another, okay, because it's 2nd and 13, never mind. All right, fair enough. That was actually a pretty good play for 2nd and 13. All right. But yeah, see, that's the thing. They're doing a lot of, passes that, the depth of target makes no sense. The person that Joe Burrow is throwing to makes no sense. That's the biggest problem I've noticed. It's not so much today. It's not so much his accuracy, because his accuracy's been okay. Joe Burrow's problem today has been his decision making. He's not been throwing to people who make any sense to throw to, and some of them have been. And you see when he throws it as a person who makes sense to throw to, you get good plays out of it. But it's just been a lot of dumbfounding decisions, and that was I think that ball might have been tipped, so it's going to be 4th down. But that one's not an accuracy. I think that was just tipped. Man. Yeah, that got tipped. Ted Karras has been getting run through today. That's part of the problem. Ted Karras has had a bad game, and the pressure isn't coming from the edges as much as it used to, which is nice that Orlando Brown Jr. is doing the job that we paid him to do. But now the interior is just falling apart. And it hasn't even really been a whole lot of Jeffrey Simmons today, right? Like, I mean, I'm sure he's been like he's been doing well, but it's not like you've just been like, oh, that's Jeffrey Simmons again. It's just I don't even know. I genuinely don't know how to respond at this point. Like, I'm honestly shocked at what I'm seeing. Like I figured that the Bengals wouldn't be like ready to go like destroy the world right away, but I did not expect them to look like, like we all expected them to be like a Super Bowl contender this year. And right now, it seems generous to think that they might make the playoffs. Now, you got 17 games, so you got 14 games after this. 13 games after this. So, like I said, you could always technically finish 14-3. It's not the end of the world to start 1-3, but right now, the idea of the Bengals making the playoffs would feel like, a surprise. It would I would be like, if we get to the end of the season and we make the playoffs, y'all are going to hear it from me. I'm going to be like, yeah, look at that. Look at how badly we started and we still made the playoffs. That's going to be a point of pride for me to be like, the fact that we just made the playoffs. If that happens, it's going to be remarkable that the Bengals do it. And it's not impossible, but it's going to be pretty insane if they make the playoffs right now, just because they are so broken. And it's not one problem. It's not just Joe Burrow's calf. It's not just, the offensive line sucks like it has been in previous years. It's like the offensive line, frankly, isn't that bad. They haven't been great today, but they also haven't been terrible. There have been some really good plays and some really bad plays. So it's not the fact that it's not just, you can't just blame it all on the offensive line anymore. It's not Joe Burrow's fault. Joe Burrow's only been sacked 2 times today. So, and the running game is good. So it's not like you can just like pin it on like, oh man, if we could just run the ball, then we might open up the pass. It's just like, and Joe Burrow isn't inaccurate or anything like that. He's not throwing picks. He's being careful with the ball. He's not turning the ball over. He's making no sense with why he's throwing to certain people. Like his targeting just completely makes no sense. Yep, Zach Taylor, former quarterback coach for Ryan Tannehill. That's cool for him. Formerly of both of them of the Dolphins. Looks like the Broncos came back. Wow. 28-28, and there's still 6:55 left in that game. That's cool. Oh! Big hit by Nick Scott. Nick Scott just pummeled that guy. About a 5-yard pickup, but Nick Scott just pummeled him. And I'll be honest, guys, I'm not even entirely sure what I'm watching for anymore. Like, I'm just curious to see if they're going to do anything at this point. Like, the idea of winning this game is basically out. They're not winning this game now. That's out the window. That thought process is gone. They had to get off to, like, a miraculous fourth quarter start to have any shot. And that's pretty much over at this point. And hey, they wrapped up Derrick Henry in the backfield, made him lose about 2 yards. That's cool. Maybe they can force a 3 and out. Maybe Charlie Jones. Where's Charlie Jones? Is Charlie Jones hurt? Because like I just realized he hasn't been returning kicks today. Huh. Interesting. Well, maybe Trenton Irwin then. What the hell is up with Charlie Jones? He wasn't on the inactive list. Oh, he's on IR. What? Shit. Dude, this season sucks. Ryan Tannehill's shotgun formation, throws caught by Tyjae Spears, and no tackling, gets first down. Of course he does. See, that's the thing, man. Like, they're so bad on third down. Like, they've had so many opportunities. Logan Wilson just cannot tackle Tyjae Spears. They've had so many opportunities today to get off the field on third down, and they just completely shit the bed. Every damn time. I don't even know what Charlie Jones' injury is. Ryan Tannehill keeps it himself and picks up about 2 yards. I don't even know what Charlie Jones' injury is. So I couldn't tell you if it's a short-term IR thing or looks like a thumb ailment. So I imagine it's a short-term thing. Can't imagine what would happen to your thumb that would make you... The fact that he's even going on IR for a thumb issue. It's kind of wild. I cannot find any information about this. Ryan Tannehill is going to hand the ball off to Tyjae Spears and just has all the time in the world to throw. It is intercepted by Dax Hill. Cool. I can't even really get excited about it though because we're 5 minutes into the fourth quarter already. But hey, good job, Dax Hill. There you go. At least we can say we did something today. There's so much stuff that this team does well, man. The thing that's just insane to me is how bad they are, despite the fact that they do certain things like this well. Well, hey, there's the turnover I was talking about. It doesn't set up the offense with very good field position, but hey, maybe they can take advantage of this momentum, and then we can only lose 27-10 instead of 27-3. God. Come on, Joe. Do something, please. Please, just have some pride. Joe Mixon. Swallowed up in the backfield. There you go. They're trying to run the ball. What was it? Who was it saying that was saying that earlier? They're trying to run the ball. Got tackled for a 3-yard loss. Who was that? Was it Jeffrey? Or was it Jay? Oh, it was Kevin. It was Kevin. Kevin said that earlier. Yeah. That's why, because running the ball, you're taking a chance every time you run the ball. And yeah, they've been doing it well today, but I mean, you're much less likely to get an explosive play running the ball, and you don't have a lot of time, so I don't even know what the hell that was about. Joe Burrow throws to Jamar Chase, and that's caught. Cool. For about a 7-yard pickup. Wow, whoop-de-doo. Maybe 8. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Ooh, that's more than I thought it was. But it's going to be 3rd and 3 now, guys. They might get a first down on this drive. Oh, we got heart racing. Heart's racing, man. We might get a third down conversion. We might pick up some yards. Joe Burrow shotgun snap throws. Wide open is Jamar Chase. All right, let's go. We got a first down. We've got some offense happening. Yeah. Woo! Self-explains the pieces ain't right or we're all delusional. Well, no, we're not. I don't think we're all delusional. I think this team really should be better than it is, but there's something wrong with just about every facet of the team right now. Even the defensive line isn't doing great against the run. They're doing amazing rushing the pass, but they're not doing that great against the run. So every facet of the team just has something that's highly exploitable right now. Joe Burrow, shotgun snap, throws, caught Jamar Chase, nice. Barrels forward, about a 5-yard pickup. Hey, we're moving the ball now. A little too late, but whatever. This isn't a football game. It's the Brad Robbins show, and he's been used way too much this season already. Yeah, that's the thing. So people have been talking about how Brad Robbins, average, punting average is, not so great this year. And yeah, he hasn't been amazing, but part of the thing is when you punt that much, you're not going to have a great punting average. It's just not going to happen that way. I kind of feel bad for Brad Robbins, but, I mean, he's also getting a lot of practice. And Joe Burrow throws the ball to the ground there, so it's going to be 3rd and 5. They didn't have a problem with the clock in the first quarter, caving on 4th down, and 3 points Titans to go 4th and 40. Mixon was running great in the first half, but in spread out blocks. Yeah, they probably should have run a little bit more in the first half. But it's really just the first quarter they had the opportunity, because in the second quarter the Titans scored 21 fucking points. Joe Burrow shotgun snap throws, caught Trenton Irwin, and he didn't fumble this time. Nice, down to about the 49-yard line. That's a great play right there. Where's that been all game? That looks like Joe Burrow actually running the offense like he's supposed to. Conley says they knew Joe was going to be sacked today. 1 bad sack, and he'll be out for the season. On top of that, Joe's not at the top of his game. Send his ass to the spa and put him Browning or AJ. Yeah, maybe. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't say quite yet because 1-3 is not insurmountable. But if they end up 1-4, yeah, maybe you pull them and put AJ McCarron in. Or I don't know, maybe you put Jake Browning in, honestly, because like as much as I love AJ McCarron, the only reason you pick up AJ McCarron is because you think he might be give your team a better chance to compete than Jake Browning. But if the season's pretty much over, then maybe put Jake Browning in just to get him some experience. Maybe he can be a better backup quarterback for you next year. Joe Burrow hands the ball off to Joe Mixon. Nice running lane. There you go. Down about the 34, maybe the 33 on 2nd and 4. So, hey, this offensive drive is going quite well. Now, they're also using a ton of time. But, I mean, honestly, man, just put some points on the board. Like, honestly, like as bad as this game is, I'm ready for it to be over. I just don't want it to be over and we didn't do anything the whole game. Shotgun snap. Joe Burrow hands the ball off to Joe Mixon. About another 5-yard pickup. Not bad. 4 yards probably. Sad Bengals fan. I'm sad. Well, what do you know, sad Bengals fan? Me too. It's actually the whole description of my show. A tortured Bengals fan faces the football world and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I am also sad. Hopefully we can be less sad next week. We got the Cardinals. They're not any good. But then again, I said that about the Titans. So, absolutely no coordinated integration of the run. Always random, desperate. Hey, Zach, I have dinner tonight with the Titans staff. They might have some helpful suggestions. They might. I mean, at this point, maybe they'll feel bad for us. Maybe they'll feel bad for us and they'll be like, hey, well, you know what? We beat your ass, but like, here's some pointers, buddy. Maybe you can get better if you try this. Like, at this point, maybe the Titans can just like teach us how to do better, which sucks that we got to learn that from the Titans. But goddamn, that's where we're at. That's where we're at right now. I don't even know what to... I honestly do not know what to say at this point. I'm dumbfounded. I'm at a complete and total loss. This baby knows how to eat food better than we do. There's just for reference, it's probably a different commercial than y'all are getting. I'm getting some sort of dog treat. Oh, it's a what? Okay, so it was a dog treat commercial, and they started the commercial with a picture of a baby with food all over their mouths. Now, what that has to do with dog treats, I don't know. Probably help if I could hear the sound. You know what I want to figure out? I want to figure out how Tom Grossi does it. Because Tom Grossi does his show, and he has the audio playing. And he doesn't wear headphones or anything like that. He just has audio playing, and it doesn't interfere with his stream. So I need to figure out how to do that. If I can figure out how to do that, I might be in business. Because I think that's my biggest issue right now, is the fact that like I'm just kind of guessing based off of what the visuals are, because I can't actually hear the game. And I know some people are like, put some headphones in, use a different device. I would do that with my phone, but my phone doesn't have a headphone jack. So, yeah, my buddy Aaron's like, they're wasting so much time. Are they trying to win or not? Like, I mean, they look like they're trying to score, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're done with this game too. Maybe they're just trying to run the clock out. I don't know. I wish they would, honestly. I want this game to be over, because like once this game is over, then we can figure out how to get better going forward. Even if this season ends up being a bust, like we can still learn from this and try to improve something. And hey, it's only week 5, so it's not the end of the world. I think we started 2-3 last year, so if we can win next week, then it's something. Joe Burrow, shotgun formation. Takes a snap. Rolls back. Sacked. Now that one was Orlando Brown Jr. That was just bad pass protection by Orlando Brown Jr. That sucks. Yep. Just run the clock out, man. I don't even care anymore. Hey, you're way more fun to look at than the Bengals.
Thank you.
They're terrible right now.
I'm sorry.
It's awful.
I'm sorry.
Say hi to the people.
Hello. Goodbye.
Joe Burrow shotgun snap. Caught. Throws caught by Tyler Boyd. Finally, Tyler Boyd sighting. Yay. Wow. Tyler Boyd exists, guys. That's nice. This is just depressing, honestly, because, like, they were supposed to be... They were supposed to do so much more than this year, man. It's just like, I don't even understand... No, I understand what you're saying, Nacy. A one-ear earbud. But it would have to be Bluetooth because my phone doesn't have a headphone jack. But the problem is, it's not just that, because then I could hear, but then I would hear it in my own ear, and then I've got to compete my voice with the announcer's voice, and it's hard for me to talk over somebody else. It's just it's hard for me to keep a train of thought. So I'll try to figure something out. I'll try to figure something out. But I mean, right now for the most part, we got it. We got it like 99% figured out. So like we're almost there. Love this team so much, but you know sometimes you hurt the ones you love the most. Who day on to the Cardinals. I mean, look, man. 2-3 next week, and you know. We can come back from that. Probably. Hopefully. Maybe. I don't know. That's if we even beat the Cardinals. Joe Burrow shotgun snap. Looks around. He's just going to bail and run. But I don't know where the hell he was running. It's 4th and 13 now. What about closed captioning? Well, if I can get closed captioning. I don't know if that's an option with my thing. Maybe I can get like a closed captioning like app, because like the player I'm watching on doesn't have closed captioning, but maybe I can get like a automatic closed captioning app or something like that. That might be useful. So hey, you know that's not a bad idea, Nacy. We'll figure something out. Said the same thing to my husband when he got out of the shower. I need to take a shower after this game. Like a cold, desperately... I don't even know I don't even know what happened on that last play. The misery, the sadness, the pain, the everything. Hey, here's a cool feature of this thing. It's got like a little box score thing that I can just kind of shuffle through. That might be useful. Okay, well. I'll figure out the I'll figure out the audio thing at some point. Right now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to listen to the audio. Oh my god, this is terrible. How are they this bad? Ryan Tannehill shotgun formation, takes a snap, hands the ball off Derrick Henry, and he's up the middle for a first down. Clock's just run. This might be the last drive of the game, y'all. Like, to be completely honest with you, they might just run the whole clock down. And honestly, if I was the Bengals, I wouldn't even stop them. Like, you know, try to, like taking timeouts. I wouldn't take timeouts. Just let the game be over. You know, move on. This was a horrendous, terrible, no good, awful game. But if we can get to 2-3 next week, then, you know, the season's not over. Although it would be nice if we could beat teams that aren't just in the NFC. I don't think we'll be competing with the Titans for a wild card spot, but we could be. Very well could be. But yeah, right now you're thinking like, hey, maybe we can get lucky enough to get back into a positioning for a wild card spot, because you're not thinking winning the division, like, you know, because eventually one of these teams is going to break away, and right now it doesn't feel like there's any chance that the Bengals are going to get their shit together enough to break away. Like keep up with a team that's breaking away. It's probably going to be the Ravens, and they're probably going to fall off eventually, but if you don't keep up with them, you're not going to take advantage of that. Ryan Tannehill, shotgun formation. Handoff to Derrick Henry, and the Bengals swallow that one up, but he still picks up 3 yards. Misery. My friend of misery. Yikes. All I can say right now is yikes. I appreciate y'all who showed up to watch this game with me, though. Definitely, this is definitely more fun than any blowout I've ever watched before. You know? Well, yeah, because I think the only blowouts I've streamed on this channel so far are like to like the Browns or something like that. So it was still nice to have people in the chat, but you know it sucks more when you lose in the division like that. We're going to commercial. I don't want to go to commercial. I just want the game to be over. Please. We got like 2 minutes left. It's probably the 2-minute warning now, isn't it? Ooh, God, it still says quarter 3, and literally nobody cares. Nobody's corrected me because nobody cares. Oh, man. I need to find some way to remind myself to do that. Like, I need to find some way to, like, remind myself to change the scoreboard. Because, like, I have the problem. I get too caught up in the game, and then I forget to actually change the scoreboard. So, I gotta find some way to, like, remind myself to do that. How can I accomplish that? Anybody got any ideas? Nacy says, misery loves company. Well, that's... I mean, I think typically when they're talking about that, they mean... typically when they're talking about misery loves company, they mean, like, misery loves other miserable company. I just appreciate the company in general. Wishful thinking. Yeah. God the Blessed One says Chiefs. Okay. The fuck does that have to do with anything? Like, dude, we suck and y'all still can't stop thinking about us. That's how obsessed Chiefs fans are with the Bengals. Like, we're not even good right now and y'all just can't stop thinking about us. I really don't understand how Chiefs fans are still like y'all beat us in the AFC Championship. Y'all got that monkey off your backs, and you still can't stop thinking about us. Like y'all won a damn Super Bowl. What do we have to do with anything? Y'all embarrassed us. We talked shit and we got our asses beat. Y'all still can't stop thinking about us. Like I don't understand the mindset of Chiefs fans. Like, y'all, what's there to gloat about right now? Oh, we're really good. Well, we knew you were really good. I don't understand. Y'all are fucking annoying. I'll tell you that right now. Like, that's the thing about Chiefs fans. Chiefs fans are just the most annoying people on the planet. Like I hate Steelers fans, and I hate Steelers fans more than I hate Chiefs fans. But Steelers fans aren't annoying like Chiefs fans are annoying. Like, Chiefs fans act like they've never had any success before, and they act now like, you know, oh, you know, like, we've been waiting forever to bust out like this. Like, y'all have a Super Bowl. You know, y'all have always been pretty good. Like, you know, even though you weren't winning Super Bowls for a long time, the Chiefs were kind of always in the mix historically. Like, there were some bad years, but not a whole lot of bad years. So, like, yeah, I know, Nacy, living rent-free. It's like... I mean, we must have made an impression, honestly, for Chiefs fans to, like, never stop talking about us. It's insane. I was thinking this is a long quarter when you realized... Yeah. I just want it to be over. I just want it to be over. I think the Titans do, too. You know, 1:15 left, 14-13. Derrick Henry, big ol' run, because nobody... defense is giving up, I think. Nobody cares anymore. Man. Is it really because we like I didn't think that losing both of our safeties was going to be this big of a problem, because like honestly I didn't feel like Jesse Bates made that big of an impact in recent years. So I felt like he'd be more easy to replace than he should be with how talented he is. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's insanely talented and he's been doing really well for the Falcons. But like I didn't feel like he played his best in the last couple of years with us. Like, I feel like he took a lot of plays off and stuff like that. Ryan Tannehill's going to kneel on it, and that's pretty much going to be it, y'all. Bengals aren't going to take a timeout because why the fuck would you? All right. And that's pretty much all she wrote. that's pretty much all she wrote. So anyway, y'all, I appreciate you showing up and hanging out with me and making this experience at least a little less miserable for me. So 1-3. Maybe I should start lowering expectations, because that's why it hurts so much right now, is because like I was thinking this was going to be like a Super Bowl caliber team, and right now, like it's feeling like we're gonna be shooting more for a good draft. I'm gonna be like in a couple weeks, I'm gonna be talking about who are we gonna draft in the draft, and honestly, who makes this better? Because not one guy isn't gonna make this better, and we have so much talent that like. How, like, I don't understand how you make this better, because like adding talent isn't going to help. Changing the coaching staff, people bring that up a lot. That's not going to help, because like I mean, it's not like yeah, the scheming isn't great, and there's things that Zach Taylor can improve on, but like there's a lot of things that he does well, and the team buys into him and believes in him. So if you fire Zach Taylor, then you're probably just going to have to blow up the whole team. So I think that's silly. Just expect to lose every game and you won't be disappointed. I know. I expect to win every single game. I'm an insane fan. I'm too. I grew up in the '90s, man. The Bengals were always bad, and I went to every game thinking they had a chance to win. And yeah, you get really disappointed, but like, you know, I can't think like that. You know, it might be easier to think like that, but I just can't think like that. But, man, it definitely hurts more now that there's, like, legit expectations. Because, like, you really feel like they're going to win the Super Bowl here in a few years. But then they come out and play like this, and it's just like, no way. Now, I will say, if they get hot in the second half of the season and they do make the playoffs, you would have to put the Bengals like on the top of the list of people who like might, you know, be like kind of dark horses to win the Super Bowl, because they would have all the momentum. If they make the playoffs, they're going to have all the momentum on their side when they do, because they're awful right now. I don't know. We'll have to see, but I think you can go ahead and put any ideas of them being the number 1 overall seed. You can put that idea to bed. Any ideas of them winning the division are starting to slip away. It's not gone yet, but right now you just hope they can get things turned around and maybe kind of get maybe that. Like, luckily there's 7 wild card seats now, so you don't even have to really be good to make the playoffs anymore. So, I mean, maybe they can turn around enough to make to get the 7th wild card seat or something like that. I don't know, but it is awful early in the year to be talking like low like that, but after watching something like that, that's how you feel. It's the only way you really can think right now, honestly. But that's pretty much it for me, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and head out of here, and maybe I'll try to get some work done, take my mind off of this game. But that's pretty much it for me. Y'all can always find more of what I do at Kyle Phelps 92 on Twitter, Facebook.com/ThePhelps, and by the way, at Kyle Phelps 92 on TikTok now. Buffalo Sports, the Battle of Ohio podcast on this channel, and hopefully back on its own channel before too long if I can figure out how to get OBS to stream to 2 different places. And then beyond that, that's where you can find the rest of my work. I'll try to get at least 1 video up this week. I can't promise anything, but you know, we'll see. But until then, you know, even when we lose like this, I'll leave y'all as always. Oh God, I just remembered that I predicted 31-17. But I'll still leave y'all as always with a hooday!